8 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Fires the ball down the middle. Jason Swain.
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports news.
In for a Tennessee touchdown.
From the Budweiser studios of 99.1 The Sports Animal, here are a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports. Here's Josh and Swain.
Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. And we have a lot to talk about, I feel like, today, Jason Swain.
No, just keep it simple, man. Tennessee, Texas A&M game.
You want to lead there and
Straight
focus
3 hours.
on it?
Well, I think it's important. Got to break it down. Got to find out what happened, what we didn't do right, what we did do right. There's another big game coming up, Josh. The next game is the most important game, and there's an important one coming up.
Most important game of the season is on Wednesday when Tennessee will travel to Arkansas.
Very, very important. Biggest game of the year.
We will get to that game. We'll get to an open position on Tennessee's football coaching staff. We'll invite you to join us at 865-656-9900. A VFL gets another ring yesterday. Another VFL was close to getting a ring and probably more. We'll cover that. And Patrick Mahomes. He now has 3 rings. So does Andy Reid, Travis Kelce. And they're already talking about going for another one next season. And why would anybody count them out in their attempt to go for a three-peat? It had been 19 seasons since we saw the last repeat. That was Belichick and Brady. Now we're looking at this. Is it generations or just this era of Belichick and Brady? It's Reid and Mahomes. And who knows how long they will go. Getting to 7 rings is going to be a challenge for anybody trying to do it. But it would have sounded silly just a year or two ago to even bring it up. And Mahomes already has 3.
He's 28.
He's 28 years old. He's so physically gifted.
The team's going to be better next year and the year after that because the team is really young, Josh. Especially on defense.
I don't know how many quarterbacks historically are winning a Super Bowl with that offensive skill set around him. There's some solid players there. I think Pacheco's a solid running back. Kelsey's terrific. I think Rashee Rice is a nice player for the future, but he's also a rookie who's learning out there. You can speak to the position better than me.
Looked good last night.
Valdez-Scantling has
He got to go.
speed and –
He got to go, Josh. He almost dropped a touchdown pass. And I don't know where he was going on.
Also, when he went backwards.
Chris Jones got out of his seat.
Chris Jones.
Like, what are you doing? Patrick Mahomes, who
The interior
never
defensive lineman is yelling, "Get down!"
Patrick Mahomes, who never shows up his teammates,
Yeah.
put both hands on his head. Like, why?
Yeah.
Where? What are you doing, man?
Yeah.
So I don't see him coming back. I mean, if he's under contract, then they go out and get some other pieces, and I don't see him having the same role. Like him and Kadarius Toney, you made Patrick work too hard this year. Mm-hmm. Too hard. Defense was excellent.
Defense was excellent.
Legendary.
They faced a juggernaut of an offensive run to winning the Super Bowl from the AFC playoffs to the 49ers last night. Statistically, they couldn't have faced a harder 4-game stretch, and they essentially shut those offenses down when you look at what they had done and what they did in the postseason. They did it on the road, a couple of those games, going to Buffalo and going to Baltimore, and then last night on a neutral site, beating the 49ers. And Trey Smith gets his 2nd ring. That's the VFL I was alluding to there.
Yep.
Very happy for him. He is a wonderful story. Hate it for Juwan Jennings that he didn't get his ring.
Talk about Y.A. Morris. You want to talk about Y.A. Morris?
Hey, if the board wants to vote on VFL status, Wanya was one of the players that was dumping the Gatorade, which was purple, on Andy Reid.
Yeah, there's no reason to take that vote to the board.
Okay.
I just said that because I know you were trying to make a case for him to be a VFL. But no, there was only one
Okay.
on the Kansas City Chiefs side, and that was Trey Smith, who was highlighted on one of his pull blocks by Tony Romo.
And that was a murder block. On the move, what are you supposed to do with that?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Just take it, man. just get crushed and hope somebody else makes the play. You're not beating that block at all. So Kansas City's defense did a really good job keying in on Christian McCaffrey and getting multiple stops when they needed it after being down 10-0. I think Shanahan kind of forgot about Christian McCaffrey a little bit, and he definitely won't forget about this being the third game where he has been part of the other team coming back and beating him. Mm-hmm. Last time the 49ers and Chiefs played, they were down. The Chiefs were down. They came back and won. He was the OC with the Atlanta Falcons when Tom Brady came back and won. So he's going to have to learn, man, put that foot on the gas.
Yeah, and I would bet on him doing so. I will offer one very quick defense of Kyle Shanahan. Can he get a Super Bowl opportunity against a quarterback not named Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes? That guy, his 3 Super Bowl opportunities have been against the 2 guys everybody's now debating, are they the best ever?
Well, if it's not going to be those 2 quarterbacks, it's probably going to be Joe Burrow or Josh Allen. It's going to be a good quarterback, regardless.
Yeah,
but
it
won't be Mahomes or Tom Brady,
which it's just a quick
which
defense.
gives them a better chance of winning. A better chance.
The poor guy. So, it was a game where along the way I think a lot of people are like, I don't know that I'm enjoying the game too much. It's kind of a snooze fest defensive battle. If you're not getting the offensive
I don't get it.
plays, then people aren't going to be happy, right?
Do you like football or not?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because that was a good football game.
Yeah, but then the offensive plays took off later in the game. The drama took over, and it came down to a walk-off play for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mecole Hardman, last time he was there, he was wearing 17. He goes to the Jets, makes a prediction with the Jets that the Jets will beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's a funny video.
Yeah, it really is. But he is allowed to get back to the Chiefs. Very appreciative during Andy Reid's interview with ESPN. He kind of interrupted the interview and just thanked Andy Reid for bringing him back.
Yeah.
And he caught the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. So he was this close. He was this close to being involved, man. Real close.
Hardman went to Georgia.
Went to Georgia, yeah. He went to Georgia, but, man, he's a really good player and made a huge play that really kind of broke the glass ceiling of the Kansas City Chiefs offense with the deep pass from Patrick Mahomes. So
that was right before Pacheco's first half fumble.
Yeah. So, but still, like that, the Chiefs had a couple of 3-and-outs, stall drives, couldn't move the ball at all. 49ers had full control, but when the Chiefs made that big play against Miko, it kind of opened up opportunities. It made the defense get back, the safeties get back, and allow Patrick Mahomes run the ball, allow Pacheco to have more success running the football, and then allow Patrick Mahomes to throw some of the intermediate routes too. So that was a big play. Even though you didn't get points, it still loosened up the defense.
Got to feel bad for Juwan, right?
Absolutely.
Tennessee fans, I know, were so excited for him, seeing what he had done. He's only the second player ever to throw a touchdown pass and score a touchdown in the Super Bowl, Nick Foles being the other, and the Eagles win against the Patriots.
He laid it on the line, which that's what we're used to seeing from him, but he produced on top of laying on the line. And for Tennessee fans, it's really cool to see him make plays on that big stage. Had a couple great routes, great catches, forced a couple penalties because of how well he ran his routes. Had a touchdown reception where we have been so familiar with his play, with catching the ball, breaking a tackle, relentless, not willing to go down, getting to the end zone. We saw that versus South Carolina when he was here his last year. And then, hey, he played quarterback, man, in high school. I remember I was running a 7-on-7 event in Nashville, and his team entered the tournament. He was quarterback at first, and his team was really, really good, had a lot of really good athletes. And then he decided to joke around and move to wide receiver and make a couple plays, and I knew he was already going to go to Tennessee, and so I kind of pulled him to the side, and I was like, man, do you want to play quarterback at Tennessee? He was like, yeah. I said, if you want to play quarterback at Tennessee, you better stop catching touchdowns. Don't let these people know you can do that because they're going to move you. And I shared with him how many guys I played with, the receiver, that came in playing quarterback and how they were moved. And like clockwork, he was moved to wide receiver after being a third-string quarterback in the spring game and having to play quarterback behind a bunch of walk-ons. And he never was really able to display his skills as a quarterback, but receiver is his position.
Yep.
And because he still has that arm, because he's still a great athlete, you can go look at his basketball highlight film. That proves that he was trusted to throw the throwback pass to Christian McCaffrey, and that was a huge play for the 49ers. But, man, I thought he was going to win MVP if the 49ers pulled that off. But I had money on the Chiefs, so I ain't mad either way.
Yeah, there were some Juwan MVP tickets floating around. Tennessee fans had voted bet on him to win. I had a buddy text me he'd bet $3 to win $1,000 on Juwan MVP, and he sent it to me before the touchdown catch. I was like, well, the touchdown pass is great, but he needs another one. Then he gets it, and then there was a Message Board Geniuses post that shared a VolQuest post where that one was much more money. We have a ticket that was texted to us in the text box showing. And I also had one on Trent Williams. What happens for the offensive lineman to win MVP?
Did you see the ticket? Or it wasn't a ticket. It was the odds. Juwan Jennings' first touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. It was plus 250,000.
What?
Plus 250,000. So just imagine, man, a little $5.
Yeah, that would have been good.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
That would have been a reason why I would have been disappearing from Joshua Swain for about a week or two.
You still would have been here today, right?
No. No, sir.
Oh, okay.
Plus 250,000 odds? Mm-hmm. A $5 bet? No, sir, I wouldn't have been here today.
Oh, okay. Well,
but I would have gave you a heads up. I wouldn't have just leave you out to dry.
it wouldn't have been a no-show. It would have been a text of
I would have texted
not
you
showing
last night. You probably wouldn't have gotten it until this morning because you probably were asleep. But, like, you would have had plenty of time to prepare.
I was entertained. I was enjoying the finish to the football game, but I did look at the clock multiple times. Like, we don't have to play the whole overtime.
It's time to wrap this thing up.
They used all 15 minutes and almost went into the second overtime. A lot of people were confused, too, with the clock winding down.
Why have a clock?
I don't exactly know the answer to that.
What are we going to do? Call it the tie?
Yeah, it may be. The answer may be for TV purposes. Like, you get to that into the 15 minutes, you're going to run another built-in stop set. That might be the answer. Because if it's multiple possessions and you keep on running, and they're saying in the broadcast, the end of this first overtime means nothing, then I'm not sure exactly what the point of the clock is.
Great. Can't wait to see more Temu commercials. Yeah. Bring those on.
Shop like a billionaire.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't mind seeing the Matt Damon commercial. Tom Brady.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, that was
fun. I liked it too.
J-Lo.
Yep. Usher, what'd you think?
It started off slow.
Thought the exact same thing.
Started off slow.
I liked Alicia Keys' appearance. Loved Luda at the end. You didn't like the Alicia Keys?
I liked the appearance.
Okay.
But I didn't think that we could have took her part out.
Okay.
Her appearance was nice. But the performance from those two, I thought, took away from the entire performance.
What's the process on getting the piano out there? It's a big deal. I know they have a whole stage and everything, too, but
roll it out there.
Dude, I love it. You tell them, we got to build this whole stage. You get everything set up and in and out. And like, oh, yeah, don't forget the piano. I was like, oh, man, we got a piano, too.
The whole field came from California.
Yeah, it's a whole
So if you can bring the whole football field, the whole turf from California and transport it to Las Vegas, I'm pretty sure you can put a piano out there at halftime, Josh.
You're right. thinking a little too hard on this one. Also, Jared pointing out accurately, if you're counting Wanya Morris as a VFL
No, we're not.
getting a ring, then you have to count Tommy Townsend
No, we're not.
as a VFL getting a
We're
ring.
not. We're not counting them. There's no
Believe
if. There's no if about it.
His diploma, assuming he has one from Florida, includes credits from the University of Tennessee.
That's cool. That's great.
He's at least an SEC brother.
He's a Gator, and Morris is a Sooner. He's a Boomer. He's a Boomer Sooner.
Another SEC brother as of 4.5 months from now. We'll come back. We have a lot to get to this afternoon. We invite you to join us along the way. We appreciate the interaction to start. 865-656-9900. If you'd like to join us, we will discuss everything that happened this past weekend as we continue on Josh and Swain.
We started out on AM, then added FM, then a website stream, and now we're worldwide on the Sports Animal app. Everywhere you go, the Sports Animal stream is there. Caller 5 right now to 656-WINS qualifies in the Chillin' and Grill It contest. You could win an awesome outdoor grill, a Yeti cooler, and a $100 gift card from Coors Light and 99.1 The Sports Animal. Caller 5 right now.
School meals help students succeed, improve test scores and attendance, and even fight hunger. Your child could get free school meals, like me. Visit tnschoolmeals.com for more info. Enroll today and learn how your school can reach more students with healthy meals. That's tnschoolmeals.com.
Brought to you by the Tennessee Justice Center, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
This is to all my sports-loving gals out there. You don't have to wait for somebody to buy you what you want for Valentine's Day. Hey, this is Heather. You can treat yourself to a galentine at TK Wheeler Jewelers. Now, he is located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. TK Wheeler has everything. Charms for the charm bracelets, huge statement rings that always grab the right kind of attention, diamond necklace pendants, diamond earrings, and those diamond tennis bracelets. Those tennis bracelets, you will just wear it and stare at it, catching all the light. It is mesmerizing. So if you don't want to wait on somebody to maybe eventually buy you the piece of jewelry that you really, really want, take matters into your own hands and treat yourself out at my jewelry store, South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, right there next to the Outback Steakhouse. It's the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid announcement.
It's the 24-karat rose drawings at the Mid Gaming Hall. Drawing Saturday evenings all month. If you are selected, you win a rose that's dipped in pure gold, plus up to $2,000 cash or free play. Make this Valentine's month memorable with a keepsake gold rose and cash or free play. The Mid Gaming Hall in Williamsburg, Kentucky, exit 11. TheMintGaming.com has all the details. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Winning just got closer.
Frasers, I like your style.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier with Frazier's Carbon One. Frazier's massive in-stock selection means buying power muscle, and that means big savings for you. Frazier's always keeps hundreds of thousands of square feet of the best-selling carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile, and more in stock every day. Plus, no money down and free financing for an entire year. So call 546-4850 for a free in-home estimate. If you're even thinking about going to one of the big box stores for new carpet, think again and come to Frazier's. Apples to apples, I guarantee it. Frazier's will beat the big box stores. And no money down and free financing for an entire year, make it easy. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's.
I like your style.
Buy 2 tires, get 2 free.
Say what?
Buy 2 tires, get 2 free for the entire month of February. Any Nissan, any model, any size. And who's the only dealer large enough to have this kind of sale? Ted Russell Nissan in beautiful West Oxford, Kingston High. No dealers, no cash and carry.
Matlock Tire has a reputation for being a little bit old school. They're proud to be known for their outstanding hometown customer service. They've been doing things that way for over 60 years. Matlock now offers new modern conveniences, such as family-friendly waiting areas, online appointment scheduling, and And you can even shop for tires and see their current stock right from your computer or smartphone. They invite you to stop in to one of their convenient 5 locations or come see them online at MatlockTireService.com. Modern convenience, hometown service. Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Matlock Tire.
Johnson, I've been hearing about this internet thing. Anything to it?
Yeah, boss. We had Cumulus Digital design and run our website.
Will an internet help our sales?
Already has. Plus, Cumulus Digital helps us rank high on search engines.
Whoa, one thing at a time, Johnson.
CumulusDigital.com. Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on this Monday afternoon on Josh and Swain. On social media at Josh and Swain. We are on YouTube today as well. You can stop by, watch on the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube page, however you are tuning in, as we're live on both the Sports Animal and in the Tri-Cities area. AM 640, The Sports Monster. We appreciate you hanging out. Tina in the YouTube chat says, good afternoon. Feel bad for Juwan. So a lot of Tennessee fans, happy for Juwan because he played so well on a big stage. We've had a couple of people point out he still at least probably earned him some money with the way that he played.
Don't know if it's going to be with the 49ers, but
yeah, we'll find out there.
But he's gonna make himself some money.
Yeah,
and if it's with the 49ers, they'll have a chance to be back.
Do you remember the quote? Do you remember what he said when after he was drafted? He was a 7th-round pick.
No, I thought you meant the quote in the car where he was talking about Vanderbilt before he was dismissed. You mean that quote?
I think a lot of people remember that one too.
You want me to quote that one?
No, I've got a different one.
Okay.
This also was a selfie mode video on the phone, but it was a few years later. So
okay,
yeah.
Which one now?
So after Juwan was drafted in the 7th round, 49ers essentially took a flyer on Juwan, right? Instead of trying to get him as an undrafted guy. But the 49ers shared the video call with Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, and then Jed York, the owner, hopped on the call too. But at the very beginning when he's talking to Shanahan and Lynch and the Jennings family, so excited. Yeah. I'm not sure he knew exactly who he was talking to. I think he called everybody coach, including the owner. But it was just such a wonderful scene. But he said to them, I pulled the quote up, "Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. You're not going to be disappointed, I promise." And the response from Shanahan was, just keep playing with your physical style. They obviously had scouted him and recognized what his game was capable of doing. But I just saw that and thought, you want to talk about delivering on a promise. He said, you're not going to be disappointed, I promise. And he almost played a huge role in delivering a Super Bowl to the franchise. They didn't win, but even still, you want to talk about delivering on a promise and then some. They say 7th-round pick. Most 7th-round picks, when they say, I'm going to give everything I have, they mean it. It's just
not enough.
It's not likely to work out.
Yeah, just not enough.
Yeah, it worked out so much that he succeeded as a player for them and now will earn his second contract because of the way that he's worked to do so much on the field. I think that's awesome.
He's been responsible for other guys getting cut. I mean, Jalen Hurd and Juwan's on this same team, same room, playing the same position. And Juwan is the number 3 receiver. I mean, when they go 2 receiver sets, you see Brandon Ayuk and you see Debo Samuel out there. But when they go 3 receiver set, I mean, Juwan is out there. And to have a nickname 3rd and Juwan, that means you've earned the trust of your coaches. You've earned the trust, more importantly, of your teammates and your quarterback to deliver you the football in crucial situations. So he's going to get paid.
On 3rd down, he drew that hold from McDuffie.
He did.
One of the best players at his position in the NFL.
He did.
To extend that drive.
So he's going to be fine, man. He's going to get paid. What's cool, though, is Juwan wasn't always healthy here. There's a reason why he was drafted as low as he did because of some off-the-field concerns. But none of that has impacted him in the NFL. He's in the right place with the right people at the right time, and he's been healthy. He hasn't had any off-the-field issues. He has been a model citizen. He has been just a football player. And I think that's a lesson for people that sometimes look at a player that maybe is not reaching their full potential in college. Well, they just want to play football. They don't want to do all the other stuff. They don't want to do none of that class work and fake stuff that you have to deal with sometimes with coaches. Put Juwan around real dudes, real people, and let him play football and see how much he blossoms. And that's what we have seen since he's been in the NFL. He's been a better player. He's been an awesome teammate. He hasn't had any issues. He has been productive as you would think a 7th-round receiver could be.
Went to a great franchise as well to
Heck yeah,
find
man.
the opportunity. But as you mentioned, he went to a franchise with legit competition to be out there on the field.
Juwan is so loyal. If he knows you're real and you care about him and you're about the right stuff, man, he'll run through a brick wall for you. But if you're phony, it's not going to bode well. And I think that's why he had some of his issues here at Tennessee. Going back and understanding what happened at Tennessee, we know why a dude like Juwan, who is so real, who is authentic and genuine, who loves the game of football, who loves Tennessee, we now understand even more why it wasn't a mesh for him here. We understand why it's a perfect fit and a perfect mesh for him in San Francisco.
Yeah. So hate it for him that he didn't win the Super Bowl. Ryan asked in the text box. Would there be a strong argument for him to have won MVP? Yeah, there would have been a strong argument.
Yeah.
I don't know that Christian McCaffrey wouldn't have won. I don't know that. Part of it would have been how do they finish that. Like if they had scored a touchdown and McCaffrey scored his second, I think he probably wins.
But he fumbled.
He did fumble.
Yeah, he did fumble.
He did fumble.
But if he
also
scored
had
another touchdown.
He had 30 touches and 160 yards.
Yeah, if he would have scored another touchdown, he probably would have been the MVP.
But if say on 4th and 1 in overtime, the 49ers had stopped the Chiefs and won the game right there, then I think Juwan would have been the MVP. I don't know that, but I think that, and a lot of people have expressed that opinion.
Dude, that would have been so cool. That would have been so awesome if he won the MVP. I mean, and it's so cool to see so many people love him and cheer for him and in his corner. Like, it's triple the amount of Trey Smith. And Trey Smith was awesome here.
Yeah.
Probably actually was a better player here. Didn't have any issues. Had to sit out because of health concerns.
Has the adversity that he overcame off the field with his health, the way that he represented the University of Tennessee during a time of turmoil, and just everything that he is about.
But that just lets you know, like, how special Juwan is. Mm-hmm. To have more popularity than Trey Smith just lets you know, man, how people really, really think about him, feel about him. I mean, I know someone that named their daughter after Juwan. Mm-hmm. Her name is Jennings. And that just lets you know, man, if you come here to the University of Tennessee, you handle your business, you leave it out on the field or the court, you give your all for Tennessee, people will love you here. They will love you. And you saw that last night on social media. You saw that everywhere with even people not connected to Tennessee, football fans loving Juwan because they appreciate how he plays the game.
Yep. And by the way, Trey ended up in a perfect spot for him, too.
Perfect spot, both of them.
Yeah, so happy for Trey, too. He has a second ring now. He might not be done collecting rings, but off the field, on the field, Trey is an awesome story.
It's time for him to get paid, too. So which one of these guys will stay with their teams? Do they take the big paycheck and go somewhere else, or do they maybe take a hometown discount and stay with their team that they're currently on, a team that's winning, a team that has the right culture? But this is the second contract coming up. This is what you work for. This is payday time coming up for those two guys.
Yeah. By the way, other teams that are looking around the league, and of course the biggest reason the Chiefs are winning starts with Mahomes, and then we can keep going down the list. But all those other teams that are seeing this from the Chiefs, I know the Chiefs waited to take him, but the Chiefs are the one that said, wait a minute, Trey Smith's still on the board? We'll take him. You had your chance at Trey Smith.
You had it.
And he is with the Kansas City Chiefs, and he is 3 for 3 on going to the AFC title game, and now he has 2 Super Bowl rings with Kansas City. They love him. He's their enforcer.
And he wears those rings. I saw him wearing that ring when he was at one of Tennessee's games on the sideline.
Yeah.
You couldn't help but to notice It is massive, blinged out.
Yep.
So I don't know if he has enough room for the second ring because the first ring is big enough to cover up 2 fingers. But I'm sure he'll find a way to rock that latest ring that he's about to get.
Yep. If there's a Trey, there's a way. We found out with him from Tennessee now to the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, Luda.
We'll come back. 865-656-9900 for you to join the conversation. A busy Monday right here on Josh and Swain.
Be sure to download the new Sports Animal app from iTunes or Google Play Store. It's never been easier to follow our podcasts. The upgraded Sports Animal app is powered by Big Kahuna Wings, the wings that changed it all. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the Sports Animal.
Patrick Mahomes found Mecole Hardman in the end zone in overtime, and the Kansas City Chiefs rallied from a 10-0 deficit to defeat the San Francisco 49ers 25-22 in overtime to win Super Bowl 58 for the franchise's 3rd title in the last 5 years. Mahomes finished with 333 yards through the air and a couple of scores and led the Chiefs in rushing with 66 yards. He becomes just the 3rd player in history to win 3 or more Super Bowl MVP awards. He is tied with Joe Montana for the 2nd most all time. NBA games for your Monday night at 7 o'clock. Hornets host the Pacers. 76ers visit the Cavs at 7:30. The Hawks take on the Bulls. The Spurs visit the Raptors at 8 o'clock. The Pelicans visit the Grizzlies. The Rockets host the Knicks. Nuggets take on the Bucks. At 8:30, the Mavericks host the Wizards. The Warriors visit the Jazz at 9, and the Clippers get the Timberwolves at 10:30. College hoops, number 9 Duke hosts Wake Forest at 7. Number 4 Kansas visits number 23 Texas Tech at 9. I'm Joel Silverberg.
It's Valentine's season, and love is in the air, which means it's time for you to find your perfect match this month with Hiller. You can do that by getting a free UV light when you purchase select new HVAC systems. Get a free whole home surge protection when you buy a new whole home generator, or get 50% off a descaler when you buy a new tankless water heater. You'll never be more in love with your home than now when you find that perfect match at Hiller. Go to the website, happyhiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
For over 100 years, Marvin has been helping contractors and homeowners bring their building projects to life. Marvin Windows and Doors will inspire you to create with confidence, value, and distinction. When you choose expertly crafted Marvin products from Hiwassee Window, you have the support you need to make every window and door project a success. Let their professional sales staff with over 90 years combined experience help you choose the right product. Find your Marvin Windows and Doors today at Hiwassee Window, 865-675-3690, just off Level Road.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Getting a new kitchen? That's like getting a new home. Hey, this is Heather. It's that transformative when you change that old, outdated kitchen. And if you want to do an epic remodel this year and completely change the vibe of your home, then you need Kitchen Sales. They specialize in building your dream spaces. So if you want a spa-like master bathroom or you're just dying for that perfect kitchen, I want to encourage you to work with the team at Kitchen Sales. Why? Because they've got options. They've got more options than everyone else in town. They can beat salvage store pricing, or they can go all the way up to a fully custom line of cabinetry. They're good stewards of your time and your budget because you can pick out everything for your new space in one of their 2 amazing showrooms. And I'm talking about cabinetry, countertops, appliances, hardware. You could even take care of the financing all in-house. You can start your journey on Hoyt Avenue in downtown or out west in the Town and Country Circle. And you can always get some great inspiration at kitchensales.net.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free.
No way.
I ain't lying. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free. Any Nissan, any model, any size. And that's for the entire month of February.
Ted Russell Nissan. We got it going on.
And it's going on Kingston Pike.
Johnson, I've been reading about this geofencing. Know anything about it?
Yeah, boss. We use geofencing through Cumulus Digital to help drive our sales.
How does it work?
We pick precise locations, and whenever a customer enters that location, they see our ads.
That's what I thought.
CumulusDigital.com. This report is sponsored by the Tennessee Valley Authority. From weathering the storm to keeping the lights on. At the Tennessee Valley Authority, they're on a mission to make life better for our entire community. If you are too, then join them and do good here. TVA.com.
A cold front will bring us rain to storms this afternoon to evening. Gusty winds likely as we head into the evening and overnight hours. Temperatures are dropping, so that rain transitions over into a wintry mix of snow, mainly for those higher elevations. Not seeing a lot of that stick, dropping near 50 tomorrow. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Life's troubles aren't always fun, but there's a law group in town who will help you get them done. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us on this Monday afternoon. A lot of people calling for today to be a holiday somehow, or maybe
it needs to be.
Connect Super Bowl Sunday with President's Day, or move the Super Bowl up to Saturday.
And something needs to happen, man. A lot of kids probably dropped off of school late today.
Yes. There was, I think, a little more grogginess in the Ward House this morning.
Yeah, man. It's just if you're the NFL, you don't change anything because I mean it's working for you.
That's the thing.
Yeah, like
if you're watching last night, nothing's off for them on their side.
Yeah, it's not broke, so you don't have to really fix anything unless it's broke. So I don't think you change anything if you're the NFL. Mm-hmm. But obviously, as a fan watching it, you would hope that the game was on a Saturday or Monday was a holiday or something like that. But hey.
Well, I also love Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know. Maybe you just move the kickoff time up an hour. But again, you have everything that goes into the start of a game. Yesterday it's on the West Coast, so the game kicked off at 3:40 in the afternoon. And that's pretty early for the local time.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a big one, man. It was a good game. I don't need to have a touchdown every series to enjoy the game. It doesn't have to be
and me both.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a 40 or 50-point game at all. I appreciate the defense. Last time I checked, there's 3 phases to the game. Now, I would prefer offense or defense to really show up. I don't want to see a just straight special teams clinic, but like I understand that it's important too. But like when you get really good defensive play, the chess moves that go on during the game, like the 49ers came out, Chiefs were on their heels, had the trick play, and then all of a sudden it stopped. That was the Chiefs making a great in-game adjustment. They did that before halftime, and then when they made the adjustment at halftime, they continued to play great defense in the second half.
Yep.
That's what I appreciate about the game.
Yeah, overall, there's really good coaching on the field.
Heck yeah,
last
man.
night, too. Even with the criticism of Kyle Shanahan, you have to be in Super Bowls to get criticized for your Super Bowl performance. And they might have made it last year if not for the injury they suffered at quarterback.
That's true.
So there's really good coaching on both sides of the field last night.
That's true.
A bunch of really good players. There are aspects I hate to see what happens. I hate to see the Greenlaw injury. That is as flukish as it gets.
Freakish. How about Debo? he tweaked his hamstring. It appeared he tweaked his hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
He goes down.
Yep.
Like, usually when you tweak a hamstring, a quad, or some type of muscle like that, you can at least hop off, limp off. You don't want to go down because you don't want to show weakness. It hurt him so much that he went down. I thought he was done for the game. But he's back out there playing. Huh?
What do they have in those tents?
I got something. I mean, George Kittle's went to the freaking locker room and comes back out and continues to play. So, like, just the grit and the toughness was on full display last night, too.
Yep. So the Chiefs get it done. 3 Super Bowl wins for Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Reid is something like 44 wins behind Belichick. There's been the Belichick watch. Could he become the all-time winningest coach? He won't be coaching in 2024. We'll see how long Andy Reid wants to coach, but he's going to win double-digit games next season.
Well, I mean, he said Travis Kelce keeps him young. So a couple more shoves on the sideline.
What did you think about that? Because some people are outraged seeing
outraged.
Yeah. I'm not at all.
Outraged that Andy Reid had a different tight end in that missed a block, and that guy was the guy who created the fumble on Pacheco. Or you outrage Travis Kelce, all the work that he's put in, him wanting it bad, and him in frustration letting Reid know what he thinks. I have no problem with that. That happens. That happens a lot.
I don't either. I think
grown man, not college.
Right. I think it's easy to have a viewpoint from the couch, and I don't say that to mean. I mean that literally. We're sitting on a couch. We're in a room-controlled environment without any emotion involved.
Yeah.
That is the highest point of emotion you're going to have in the middle of a Super Bowl when you know what's at stake. And could he have expressed his feelings better than physically contacting the coach? I would say that, like, if Andy Reid falls, like, he could have fallen. That's no good.
He could have.
But in terms of the emotion and how over the top that part of it was, you get what you get with Travis Kelce, and that's going to be part of it too. That's part of why he's one of the best ever at his position.
He doesn't have a history of doing that either. Like, we don't have a long clip of him pulling Draymond Green moves on people.
He also probably recognizes, hey, our margin for error it's thin this year because was it the AFC title game? It was within the last 2 rounds. He came over to the sideline, slammed his helmet, which happens, but I think frustration has set in because it hasn't come as easily offensively for the Chiefs this season.
Well, that wasn't the only display of emotion and frustration. I mean, Patrick Mahomes was giving Rice the business on the sideline. When's the last time we've seen Patrick Mahomes rip one of his receivers like that? I mean, the game where I think they were playing the Eagles, and you had so many guys drop passes, he didn't do that to those receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Rice was jawing a little bit. I saw him go over to his position coach, and they were highlighting how he was open on the back shoulder fade thrown to Kelce. But, like, we haven't seen Patrick Mahomes do his receivers like that. So you have that, and then you have Kelce displaying his emotions. Dude, it's the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like, everything is on the line.
Everything.
And so you had Kelce, Mahomes, uncharacteristic with some of their communication options there.
Yeah.
So it's part of the game. It's all good. Both tight ends, actually, both backup tight ends messed up because
when hold on San Francisco.
When Kittles went out, the backup tight end had a hole, and they got his butt right out and got Kittles right in.
Yep.
So, man, it's not just about catching balls. They're 2 of the best tight ends in the league because of how well they block too, and you saw the importance of having those 2 guys out there. One missed their block, created a turnover. The other one didn't have the right leverage, didn't have his hands inside, did not move his feet where he needed to move his feet, and it resulted in a 10-yard penalty. It was a drive killer. Holding calls in the red zone, they're drive killers.
You know what was unnecessary last night? The Chiefs get the win. You know what wasn't really important for the broadcast, in my opinion? They didn't need to point out Mahomes' perfect record at Allegiant Stadium. What's that have to do with anything? It's a neutral site game.
I mean, I didn't think that was necessary either. We all know the Raiders stink. There's no point for that.
Speaking of unnecessary comments, we'll come back here on Josh and Swain, 865-656-9900 if you'd like to be a part of the show. We'll talk Tennessee basketball, what happened this past weekend, what needs to happen this upcoming week. Tennessee's football coaching vacancy, we'll update you there. And again, invite you to join us along the way at 865-656-9900 right here on Josh and Swain.
If there's intelligent life out there somewhere, there's streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal. Guaranteed.
It's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. It's a local company. They are committed to providing great customer service. They're committed to craftsmanship, making sure whatever job you need taken care of at your home or at your business, that they're going to do it the right way. At Wilson Brothers Plumbing, they can help with any size project, residential, commercial, new construction, and they can help you if you run into a problem that's unexpected and you need somebody that you can count on. When you call Wilson Brothers Plumbing, they can come out to your home, your business, and assess what's going on. If there is a problem that needs to be fixed, they'll give you an upfront price and then make sure that the job is done correctly as they tell you ahead of time, and they'll provide you updates along the way. If you want to make sure that you avoid future problems, you need somebody to come out and assess any type of potential issue that you could run into, call Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537. You can go online to wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need NyQuil Severe Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste.
Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as a yes.
Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier, and it's Wham Dougal time at Frazier's Carpet One. It's February, and Frazier's is packed to the rafters with carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile and plank, ceramic, and more. So it's time for our once-a-year Wham Dougal sale. If it's in stock, it's on sale. Carpet from 69 cents a square foot. Hardwood from $1.99 a square foot. Luxury vinyl plank from 79 cents a square foot. And the list goes on and on. January was our biggest and best sale ever. Frazier suppliers are chomping at the bit to keep the momentum rocking. So if you're even thinking about new floor covering, now is the time to call Frazier's at 546-4850. And we'll come to you with free in-home estimates.
Frazier's. I like your style.
It's a Wham Dougal of a sale. For the floor, from the store, you trust more. Frazier's Carpet One.
Sick and tired of achy joints? Do you dread the idea of surgery? You need to call QC Kinetics today. This is Eric Ainge. And listen, the state of healthcare is always changing. The old ideas like steroids and surgery are no longer your only options. The regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics is transforming lives with innovative, non-surgical, drug-free treatments that deliver lasting results. Knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain. Don't let it keep you from living your best life. QC Kinetics, their advanced, state-of-the-art treatments harness and direct your body's natural ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. This is a revolutionary approach that can get you long-term relief with no downtime. Make 2024 the year you reclaim your mobility, independence, walk, run, play without the danger and trauma of surgery or harmful drugs. Call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. 865-238-4799. 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799.
Been a paid advertisement. I'm Mike Jenkins, helping you beat the books that bet you out. The NFL season ended with the Chiefs' victory in Super Bowl 58, but it's never too early to start thinking about next season. The Niners may have come up short, but they are the favorites to win Super Bowl 59 at 5-1 at BetMGM. Follow followed by the two-time defending champs at plus 750. While the BetQL model doesn't have a futures pick, you would probably want to avoid the Panthers. They are the longest of long shots at 250 to 1 to raise the trophy next season. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL and download the BetMGM app today.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Final segment of hour number 1 with you until 3 o'clock when Tyler and Will take over. There will be somebody else taking over the duties of coaching Tennessee's running backs, Swain, as Jerry Mack is headed to the NFL. He will go join the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Jerry Mack, who I think did a very good job over the last 3 years, very respected at his position, is leaving Tennessee for an NFL job.
Probably did the best job of any coach with their group this past year. Look at him and Rodney Garner and their defensive line. I mean, the running back position group produced. You have two guys that are going to be pro backs. One that definitely will be either a first or second round pick. Kevin Simon spoke really highly of Jalen Wright. Mel Kiper, you played a little bit for Mel during the break. High on Jalen Wright. We know what he did against Georgia. We know what type of speed he brings to the table and how his game translates to the next level. I could see Jalen Wright fitting in perfectly with the Kansas City Chiefs, honestly. But if you're Jerry Mack and you see the landscape in college athletics, people are bolting to the NFL, and you have an opportunity to go spend more time with your family. You have a young family, coach at the highest level, not deal with this mess. You got to go, and that's what he did. If you come back, you have a young running back room. One Dylan Sampson injury away from some major issues, more than likely, and so.
Yeah, little to no experience behind Sampson. Talent, but inexperience.
But the time was now for Jerry Mack. I'm happy for him. The league is where you want to be. So it opens up an opportunity for somebody else to fill in that role. There's a lot of good things going on right here. I don't think Tennessee can afford to make another hire from within. I don't think that's just an option, honestly. So now it's, all right, who can you bring in that is the right fit? You have a tight-knit group on the offense side of the football, so it has to mesh, man. It has to mesh, and I know we'll cover more of that on the other side.
Yeah, about a minute to go, so we'll have more time to talk about this, but coaching and recruiting is a factor here in what you're searching for, right?
Yeah, because I thought some of the hires from within, you lost a little bit on the recruiting side. But yes, you gain a lot with the continuity of the offense and allowing guys to fill in that role who know the offense and players that know that coach. But you took a hit recruiting, and I think it's showing up a little bit. And I feel like you have to go out and get someone that you know that can recruit, that already has established connections within the recruiting community, and someone that's obviously going to develop talent and mesh well with the rest of the staff.
So Tennessee with a vacancy on its offensive staff, looking for a running backs coach to replace Jerry Mack, who is off to the NFL to join the Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll talk more about that. We'll talk to you over the next 2 hours. You can be a part of the show. Call or text in at 865-656-9900. Tennessee basketball to cover. More on the Chiefs' win in the Super Bowl. More to go over the next 2 hours here on Josh and Swain.
Warmer weather is right around the corner, and Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply is your go-to for great lawns this year. They have the best fertilizers available and carry top equipment brands like Toro, Ferris, Wright, and Hustler mowers, as well as Echo and Red Max products. Dickens is running their winter service special through March, and that includes free pickup and delivery on zero-turn mowers. In the market for a new zero-turn this year, Dickens has the best selection in East Tennessee, with financing and free delivery when you buy a new mower. Come see Dickens in Knoxville or Maryville, or online at dickenssupply.com.
Freedom Motors on Maynardville Pike, they are located in the halls, and they have a full selection of cars, trucks, vans, campers, RVs, power sports vehicles, whatever you need. Every vehicle comes with a 90-day warranty, and your financing is guaranteed. So when you are thinking about looking for your next vehicle, know that Freedom Motors is a place that wants the opportunity to earn your business. It doesn't matter if it's your first time on the lot or if it's your 10th time on the lot. They'll make sure to work with you to find that right vehicle at the right price and at the right financing for you. Freedom Motors can bring the vehicle right to your front door. Check out the selection at Freedom Motors on Maynardville Pike, or go online at freedommotorstn.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
I don't know about you, but I just love dogs. Always have. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of the Bed Store. Walking in the door every day, my tuck pups Roxy and Rosie are always happy to see me. No matter how my day went, they make it brighter. Another thing that will definitely make your day brighter is a great night's sleep on a good mattress. Your mattress has a huge impact on the quality of sleep, and thus a huge impact on your waking hours as well. At the Bed Store, we make finding the perfect mattress for you simple and easy with our exclusive tuck fit process. Once we find the right fit, we guarantee the best price as well. We have all the best brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and many more. Right now, get well tucked into Tempur-Pedic and receive up to $600 in free gifts, including a luxury dog bed for your furry friend. Head to one of our convenient 7 area locations today, or check us out online at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, while we'll even tuck you in.
Justin Timberlake. I'm bringing sexy back. The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Knoxville, Justin Timberlake. Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center, November 19th. Pre-sale for City Card members is available now through Wednesday, February 14th at 5 p.m. at livenation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now. For more, hit up justintimberlake.com.
MLAM Knoxville. WNML-FM Friendsville. Streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website. 99.1thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal. The station where the Vols play.
This is Andrew Perloff with a CBS Sports Minute. 3 Super Bowl victories in 5 years is a modern era dynasty, but Patrick Mahomes says the Chiefs are just beginning. If they're going to catch Tom Brady's Patriots, a lot has to go right. Travis Kelce is 34. Andy Reid is the oldest coach in the league. The Chiefs have a lot of work to do, but they do have Mahomes. Watching him chase Brady is going to be the defining football story of the next decade. This is Andrew Perloff.
When a cold comes on strong, try DayQuil's Severe Honey flavor. The daytime, coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste, so a cold won't slow you down. Get back to your day feeling relieved, enjoying the delicious flavor of DayQuil Severe Honey. DayQuil Severe Honey flavor soothes your symptoms with a delicious taste. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
If that sound gives you nightmares, there's a cheap and easy way to avoid engines not firing. Stable, America's #1 fuel stabilizer, ensures quick and easy starts after storage. Stable's proprietary formula keeps fuel fresh for 2 years, outperforming competitors. Pour Stable in your gas can or directly into the tank of your car, truck, hybrid, boat, ATV, motorcycle, or lawnmower to prevent fuel-related engine problems that cost time and money. When you store, start with Stable.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Whether you're facing divorce, injury, or any legal strife has come your way, there's one call to make to Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hour number 2 of Josh and Swain is here. Thanks for being with us. 1 hour in the books. A lot of it talking Super Bowl 58. The Chiefs get the win last night against the San Francisco 49ers. We also discussed the vacant running back coach position now on Tennessee's staff, with Jerry Mack headed to the NFL against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll talk Tennessee basketball as well. Invite you to join us at 865-656-9900. And you did mention going outside for a hire to replace Mack would make the most sense. The previous 2 hires had been promotions from within. Kelsey Pope to coach receivers, Alec Ablin to coach tight ends. Joey Halsley took over the OC position. He was already on a full-time position on the staff, but this one would make sense to go outside.
I mean, you just got to put the dots together here. You got to connect the dots. And Josh Heupel runs an offense that he doesn't necessarily talk about in great detail about how he runs it. There is a lot of Art Browse element to it, and he don't want you talking about his offense either when it's not successful. And so you have to understand, like, Tennessee is one of the few teams that runs this offense, and you don't want other people finding out how to stop it, finding out all the secrets about it. I think it's a reason why Josh Heupel made some of those hires from within, which is totally understandable. But at the same time, there's a downside to that. You're not able to bring in someone with strong recruiting ties, and it hasn't really bitten you in the butt. Well, you look at Tennessee's 11-2 season. I think many of us thought that Tennessee would recruit a little bit better. NIL has allowed Tennessee to be able to attract some really good talent, but it's time to take the next step. And I don't know if you can take the next step with making another hire from within. You got to turn it up a notch in recruiting, which makes sense when you look at some of the names that Brent Hubbs from VolQuest.com, put out there. Alaire Porter, who's at North Carolina. He's coached in the SEC before. He has been a coordinator, strong ties. He's coached the position, so he has experience. You look at some of the other guys that he mentioned. These are coaches that have recruiting ties, or like a guy like Matt Merritt, who just was recruited and brought in Miami. He's someone that was at South Florida with Alex Golish, and he knows the offense. So you get someone that's experienced with the Matt Merritt, and you get someone that knows what you want to do offensively. Is he as experienced as Larry Porter? No. But, Merritt could be a mix of the best of both worlds. That's why I think you have to recruit a running backs coach from the outside. I just don't see us making another hire from within. I don't think it would make sense.
Speaking of running backs coaches, Deshaun Foster is the new head coach at UCLA. As Friday, Chip Kelly left to become the offensive coordinator at Ohio State. So Deshaun Foster, who has been the running backs coach at UCLA, his alma mater, he's a really good player there playing in the NFL. He had been UCLA's running backs coach the last, I believe, 7 seasons, had just left for the NFL to become the Raiders running backs coach, and now is headed back to UCLA to become the head coach.
He played for the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was in the NFL for at least 5 or 6 seasons. Yeah.
Was it him and D'Angelo Williams? Did they share a backfield, or was that somebody else?
They might have had some crossover. Jonathan Stewart was there with D'Angelo Williams for a while.
D'Angelo Williams. But, I mean, that's great for Foster being able to coach at the school where he went, and they desperately need someone with some credibility that wants to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chip Kelly didn't want to be there, so that's awesome for him. But yeah, Tennessee, man, they gotta nail this hire. I don't think it's hard to nail, because I think if you go out and get a guy that can recruit at a high level, I don't think coaching running backs is extremely difficult. I remember when Trooper Taylor, who never coached running backs a day in his life, came here, coached running backs, and had 2,000-yard rushers. So, you can coach running backs, but it's important to have some guys that know what they're doing. pass blocking is going to be a premium. I remember when Robert Gillespie was here, and it was so boring watching his drill that started practice because all they would do is work on offensive lineman type of drills, sliding and punching, making sure that the strike point was at the chest plate level of the linebacker. It's what they did every single day, working on the simple fundamentals. But that's why a guy like Jalen Hurd, Alvin Kamara, you've never heard any issues with them or John Kelly with pass blocking because they worked on those fundamentals every single day. So when Josh Heupel's interviewing running back candidates, these guys got to be really, really good at teaching proper pass blocking techniques because you have Nico, you have an offensive lineman that you feel good about. You can't have a running back costing you offensively because they're not being taught the proper way to pass block. So very, very important that Josh Heupel nails his running back hire.
We've had multiple questions in the text box, 865-656-9900, asking about Cadillac Williams.
No.
It wasn't a good split there with him and Auburn.
Let's think about something here, folks. No one loves Auburn more than Cadillac Williams. He's from Alabama. You remember when he filled in when Brian Harsin was fired. He was a head coach. He did an interview with Cole Kublik. Nothing will get you going than listening to Cadillac talk about Auburn and talk about what those players mean to him. He left. So if he left the place that he loved so much, don't you think there's a little something there?
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't make sense. So no is my answer.
Makes sense.
Pretty short and sweet.
Do you have any feelings, any opinions on the departures of the Alabama offensive staff members going to Seattle? There was talk that maybe they knew they were going to go to the Seattle Seahawks but waited until the portal window closed to leave.
It's
Ryan
dirty.
Grubb, the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, it's dirty. I mean, if you're an Alabama player, you still can leave, I guess, at some point. But, like,
yeah, there will be the spring portal.
It's still dirty, though.
Is that not just how it's going to be both ways?
It doesn't have to be like that.
To me, it's similar to the old days of you would get through the recruiting period until a player signs, and then magically the coach finds his next position.
Yeah, man.
This is the new wave of that.
That's dirty. Like, if you're Grubb, okay, whatever, I get it. You go into the NFL, doesn't really matter. But if you're Kalen DeBoer, that's your guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's your man. Like, you gonna sit there and act like you didn't know? Those players that you told to stay and give you a chance, stick it out. Told them you had your back. How do those players look at you now when you kept that a secret, knowing that that 30-day window is about to close? It's a bad look, man. It looks dirty.
I still don't know the answer to this.
Trust.
I guess you could enter the portal. Could players have transferred in the last week, in the month of February? I'm asking logistically. Can you move from one college to another at this point?
You talking about academically?
Yeah, academically. Can you transfer at this point in the semester? Can you go from one school to another in February? I'm a dummy. I don't know what the answer is to that question.
Seems like it would be hard to do.
Yeah.
I mean, Tennessee
and again, there is the
started
portal,
late.
so you can enter your name in the portal even if you haven't left the school, so that schools can contact you. So those are two different things. But
yeah, that'd be hard to do, like, emotionally. Like, you know you don't want to be here, and you're going through these winter workouts. You go into class, and going to class is one thing, but, like, going through the winter workouts and pushing yourself because you know you're going to be here during the summer, and you know you're going to be here during the fall. And so you're pushing yourself for your brother next to you. Yeah, but y'all not going to be playing together because in your mind you've already made it up that you're leaving. So you're not going to put the same effort in. it's just you might as well just get to the portal and train and work out by yourself.
Yeah, maybe so.
Unless you can,
I would also
compartmentalize and turn it on when you're around, your teammates and think about, hey, I'm training for my next place, not necessarily that I'm going to be here. I'm just making sure that I am in tip-top shape when I leave and go to my new place and academically I've graduated or completed my spring semester.
Just add it to the list of weird times that we're in with the college football conversation.
Yeah, not a good look for Kelly DeBoer at all.
You find any UCLA players yet, by the way?
No, not any that coming back. All the really, really good ones are graduating, declaring for the NFL draft. I haven't seen any good ones that are coming back. So, oh well. Their spring semester. There'll be other players from other schools in the portal.
Yep. Just wait. The portal will open back up inevitably everywhere around college football. We'll come back, 865-656-9900. Keep open the opportunity for you to join the show as we continue the conversation around Tennessee football, hoops from the weekend, the Super Bowl win last night for the Chiefs. We'll cover it right here on Josh and Swain.
The Sports Animal Stream now has streaming-only giveaways. Listen daily to The Sports Animal Stream for keywords to text in for a chance to win.
Elevate your products today with Native Nursery, now open to contractors and landscapers. We're your one-stop destination, offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. We'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you're a contractor or landscaper, make Native Nursery your go-to location today.
Call or come by and see Ben and Ted. 865-315-0123 and 3473 Louisville Road. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the bag boys.
What?
Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of JVC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. If you're new to the area or you've never been in our store, let me tell you about our once-a-year clearance sale. It's a great sale. And why? Because it's for real. Not a market up to market down. It's 40 to 50% off our oldest items, 20 to 30% off our newest, hottest items, and it only happens once a year. Sale starts February the 5th through Valentine's Day. I promise you won't be disappointed. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We want to be your jeweler.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack. It is football season. Are you ready to make some money? Fire up and get signed up right now. Go to fatjacksports.com and get signed up today to add disciplined, responsible gambling, and most importantly, winning plays to your betting system. Everything is texted to your cell phone or emailed to you. It's going to get you into profit. And always remember, guys, especially early, it's not the betting that she hates, it's the losing. Get signed up today and stop losing. Go to fatjacksports.com.
Life Safety Inspections is the leader in fire suppression and one of the few distributors of both Ansel and Amerex fire extinguishers and restaurant hood systems. From sales to service to installation, it's Life Safety Inspections. 865-435-1505.
Join Josh and Swain this Friday at the all-new Knox Esports, Knoxville's premier esports gaming center. Now open at 108 North Peters Road. Stop by and see what the buzz is about. And meet Josh and Swain only at Knox Esports this Friday from noon till 3 with 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Every day you breathe in thousands of tiny little germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, helping flush out everything that makes you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Doug, a verified Navage user who writes, I had difficulty for years breathing through my nose. After using Navage, my whole breathing has changed. My sinuses don't hurt and no more stuffy nose. It's an amazing product. Unquote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
All fact, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain. On social media, at Josh and Swain. You can follow on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We're on YouTube today. Stop by the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube page. Also live on 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster. However you are tuning in, we appreciate you being with us. Tennessee at Texas A&M on Saturday. Swain. Could have gone better. A&M gets the win 85-69. And once A&M built to lead, didn't really feel like Tennessee was in the game throughout. They tried to mount a comeback late, but the comeback needed was too great.
I mean, it's hard to beat a team that comes out and they're shooting the way A&M shooting. Wade Taylor, the fourth, was simply on fire. But we had trouble staying in front of those guys. They were able to drive the ball to the rim, get the ball up on the glass, complete and ones. We didn't rebound well. I mean, I didn't think we was playing against baby Rodman.
Garcia had 17 rebounds.
You know, Josiah Jordan-James, I saw a couple times. I mean, he was blocking out Garcia. Garcia just still found a way to get the ball. I'm pretty sure during film today, that's going to be a point of emphasis. And A&M came in as the number one offensive rebound team in the country, but you still can't allow them to have a second chance when they come out and they're shooting as hot as they were. Zakai did not play like he played against South Carolina. He was still making things happen, but, you know, again, you didn't have that production from Vescovy and Josiah Jordan-James. And, you know, Dalton Connect wasn't himself, you know, missing shots around the rim. Defensively, he was having some trouble, so much so that Rick Barnes set him on the bench. And when Tennessee was able to make a run, it was without Jonas Adu. It was without Dalton Connect. And that's just not a good look for Connect or Adu. So,
oddly, Dalton had free throw issues again. This has happened in multiple games.
A lot of his shots were short. Yeah, a lot of his shots were short. So, I don't know if there's something going on lower extremity where he couldn't get enough lift on his shot. Mm-hmm. But that was something that was bothering him at the free throw line too. You know, not following through. Maybe normally, like when someone misses free throws in a clutch situation, they alligator arm it because of nerves. And so I don't know if that was a thing. I mean, I know A&M is a tough place to play, but like Tennessee's played in other tough places too this year.
Yeah, at this point they're tested on the road.
Yeah, but a lot of those shots were short,
mm-hmm.
And you know, I don't know if it was something that was bothering him with his arm or his leg. I don't know, but usually shooters kind of make that adjustment, and he made some, but still had those issues late in the game at the free throw line where he's barely hitting in front of the rim. So it was an ugly game, for sure. That game doesn't mean that Tennessee is terrible. It doesn't mean that Tennessee is not a tournament team. So don't need to go there. It means that Tennessee can't allow themselves and get punked and big boy. And that's what happened. It simply happened that way. And it goes back to one of my biggest concerns about our post play and our physicality. Adu and, Walker being able to kind of hold their own. And with our perimeter defense not being as good as it needs to be, as good as it has been, and then you have the boards being dominated by Texas A&M, especially on the offensive rebound, just makes it a really, really hard day for you. It makes it really hard to win that game.
Tennessee will go to Arkansas on Wednesday night. It's going to be a late tip-off, 9 o'clock on ESPN2, playing in Fayetteville. Ken Palm has the Vols winning by double digits on the road. This has not been a great Arkansas team. They beat Georgia by 3 at home on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, Arkansas is terrible. So I'm expecting Tennessee to win there. But if you thought playing College Station was tough, wait till you go down to Auburn.
To Arkansas? Or?
Well, I'm saying if you thought playing Texas A&M was tough, if you play a team like Alabama, going to Alabama because play Auburn here. Yeah. But like, imagine going down and playing a team like Alabama that you've beat that can fill it up even more than
109.
Yeah, 100 again.
Yeah, 109 against LSU.
Yeah, so you gotta get better quick, fast, and in a hurry and make those adjustments because we looked at this stretch run of games that Tennessee was going to play. We said, oh yeah, this is a schedule easing up. Should be able to go 6-0 during this run. The last 4 games are difficult, like really, really difficult. So you can't drop these games that's supposed to be easy and then find yourself in a position where you're playing your 4 toughest games in conference play in a row to end the season and drop a few there. I mean, that's going to be really hard in terms of your momentum going into SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament.
Yep. This week, Tennessee will go to Arkansas on Wednesday, host Vanderbilt on Saturday, go to Missouri next Tuesday, and then host Texas A&M the following Saturday. So that's the next 4 games, a game at Arkansas, a rematch at home against Vanderbilt, should be a win. Go to Missouri, that's a really bad team this year, and then host Texas A&M, trying to get the Aggies at home. And then comes that 4-game stretch you're talking about. Auburn at home in the midweek, Saturday at Alabama, the following Wednesday at South Carolina, and then Senior Day, Saturday, March 9th at Food City Center against Kentucky.
Yeah, man.
The last 4 games is tougher than the first 4 rounds you'll play in the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely. So that was weird, man. That was a weird game because it wasn't like you got all this crazy production from Dalton Connect offensively during the course of the game. We saw him hit some shots late in the game, but it wasn't like he was the one that was carrying you.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and we not being able to guard our guys one-on-one on the perimeter is just something I'm not used to seeing. And so it's a lot of things to adjust, but it was one game. You can't let that one game carry over and let A&M beat you twice.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear those games happen. Those games do happen. Auburn had an awful day against
crushed.
Florida.
Yeah, they got crushed.
They lost 81-65 in Gainesville. So, again, it does happen. But now that's 3 losses for Tennessee. Not much margin for error at this point in trying to win the SEC championship in the regular season. And, of course, those final 4 games. Tennessee needs to win the next 4. Can't lose these next 4.
No,
any of them, I would say. Doesn't mean it's an automatic win. They need to go to Arkansas and beat a bottom-of-the-league team. Got to be Vanderbilt and Missouri, and then take care of business at home against Texas A&M.
You just got to play well, man. You got to get back to just to playing well and being consistent. That's what you have to do, and it makes it tough for I think fans to not know what they're going to see. They get so bothered and frustrated. But it's really not about the fans, man. It's about this team. It's about the guys inside those 4 walls. And they just have to understand, like, there's certain people that can't have off nights, period. And defense is non-negotiable. Like, keep your guy in front of you. That's the foundation of playing great team defense is being able to play individual defense. keeping the guy in front of you. You can't allow straight line drives. You can't allow the ball in the middle of the court, middle of the paint. Like, you got to keep the ball out of the middle. You can't get forced into a bunch of rotations. Like, and Tennessee was unable to stop Texas A&M from playing with a tremendous amount of confidence because they started the game hot. We were taking some gambles and some chances late in the shot clock that allowed Wade Taylor to get a better look at the rim. Just really uncharacteristic from us. But, hey, man, pressure busts pipes, but it also makes diamonds. And so Tennessee needs to take that pressure that they experience against Texas A&M, learn from it, so that way the next moment comes like that, they're prepared and able to make the plays to win.
Cool under pressure. Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs, with the win yesterday in the Super Bowl. Underdogs in the Super Bowl. Perhaps a lesson was applied last night. We'll talk about what happened last night. We'll continue discussing everything from this past weekend and invite you to join us along the way at 865-656-9900. We'll keep the text box open as we come back on Josh and Swain.
99.1 The Sports Animal and Coors Light are going to help you chill out and get fired up. Listen weekdays for the cue to call to become a finalist in the Coors Light Chill It and Grill It contest. You could win an awesome outdoor grill, a Yeti cooler, Coors Light swag, and a $100 gift card. He'll draw one finalist from the Jungle Email Club, too. Listen for your chance to chill it and grill it from Coors Light and the station for hot prizes and cool contests. 99.1 The Sports Animal. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
Patrick Mahomes found Mecole Hardman in the end zone in overtime, and the Kansas City Chiefs rallied from a 10-0 deficit to defeat the San Francisco 49ers 25-22 in overtime to win Super Bowl 58 for the franchise's third title in the last 5 years. Mahomes finished with 333 yards through the air and a couple of scores and led the Chiefs in rushing with 66 yards. He becomes just the third player in history to win 3 or more Super Bowl MVP awards. He is tied with Joe Montana for the second most all time. NBA games for your Monday night at 7 o'clock. Hornets host the Pacers. 76ers visit the Cavs at 7:30. The Hawks take on the Bulls. The Spurs visit the Raptors at 8 o'clock. The Pelicans visit the Grizzlies. The Rockets host the Knicks. Nuggets take on the Bucks. At 8:30, the Mavericks host the Wizards. The Warriors visit the Jazz at 9, and the Clippers get the Timberwolves at 10:30. College hoops, number 9 Duke hosts Wake Forest at 7. Number 4 Kansas visits number 23 Texas Tech at 9. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey folks, it's Jake from Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville. It's time for you to trade in and trade up. From now through Saturday night, you can get $5,000 trade assistance on every new car. Plus, we're discounting every new car $1,000. That's a total of $6,000. With interest rates as low as 0%. Did you hear that? Zero, zip, zilch, nada, nothing. 0%. You can take advantage of the biggest deal you've seen in months. It's all at Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, I-75 at Callahan Drive. With proof credit, see dealer for details.
For 50 years, Waters Equipment New Holland has been the name you've trusted for all your heavy equipment and service needs. Waters Equipment is your full-service New Holland equipment dealer, offering a large selection of new and rental equipment, along with state-of-the-art service center that is second to none. Stop by one of their 2 locations in Maryville and put their decades of experience to work for you. Call 238-9000 or visit watersequipmentco.com. Waters Equipment New Holland, the best in heavy-duty equipment and vehicle maintenance, proud supporters of UT Athletics.
Are you ready to turn your outdoor living dreams into a breathtaking reality? Look no further than Knoxville Land Design. From intimate spaces to expansive estates, Knoxville Land Design, with meticulous attention to detail, tailors every project to exceed your expectations and reflect your unique style and personality. Luxury hardscaping, construction, landscaping, design, they do it all, and you can trust them. Visit KnoxvilleLandDesign.com, transforming vision into reality.
People who suffer from arthritis are getting real pain relief with exciting biologic therapies at QC Kinetics.
The success rate is there, and there's no better way to treat yourself when it comes to dealing with pain.
Meet Tyler Vale, co-founder of QC Kinetics, who says they can't cure arthritis, but they can treat the pain.
If you think of the tide coming in and out on the beach and what it does, it erodes the sand, right? Can't stop the tide, but eventually when the sand or the beach gets bad enough, we backfill that beach with sand so that we get generations of enjoyment with that beach again. And the same thing happens with with your knee or your shoulder or your hip or your back. We want to backfill the problems that have happened to this point. I'm not stopping the tide, so I'm not stopping the arthritis, but I want to get generations of enjoyment out of those joints again.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. Learn more about how restorative biologic therapies can get you real and lasting joint pain relief.
Call QC Kinetics, 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799. 865-238-4799.
Keith Powell Heating and Cooling, family owned and operated, serving Knoxville and the surrounding area since 1989. Honest, reliable services with a focus on customer satisfaction. Call them today, 865-483-9223 or online, KeithPowellHVAC.com.
Johnson, our CFO needs some info for the IPO ASAP.
No problem, boss. Just search the web. Cumulus Digital has helped our SEO big time.
Speak English, Johnson.
Search engine optimization.
SEO, huh? Let's A-OK.
CumulusDigital.com. Hey, this is the Fat Jack. It is football season. Are you ready to make some money? Fire up and get signed up right now. Go to FatJackSports.com and get signed up today to add disciplined, responsible gambling, and most importantly, winning plays to your betting system. Everything is text to your cell phone or emailed to you. It's going to get you into profit. And always remember, guys, especially early, it's not the betting that she hates, it's the losing. Get signed up today and stop losing. Go to FatJackSports.com.
The minute folks step into Dollywood, I want them to feel the wonder of my Smoky Mountains, and to fill their hearts with all the good and beautiful things in this big old world, and to cherish all the little moments they get to be together.
Enjoy thrilling rides, award-winning entertainment, and delicious new seasonal flavors. Plan your visit at Dollywood.com.
Dollywood. Love every moment.
This report is sponsored by Russell's Pest Control. Don't let rodents invade your home this season. Russell's Pest Control, Knoxville's rodent control experts, can help. If you have a rodent problem or want to take preventive action, schedule your free inspection by giving them a call or visiting russellspest.com today.
Temperatures get into the lower 60s this afternoon, but we are tracking a cold front to bring us scattered showers and some thunderstorms, especially by those evening hours. Gusty winds moving in as well. Temperatures cool off. We have rain transitioning over into a wintry mix of snow for the higher elevations. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Hail to the sale! This President's Day, come to Conn's and get up to 40% off Hot Buy appliances. And cast your vote for saving big. Shop appliances, furniture, electronics, and pay over time at Conn's Home Plus, where finance is not a bad word.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. East Tennessee, born and raised. If you're facing legal troubles, make the call to East Tennessee's local law firm, Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group. Call 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Is there anything more fun than streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal?
Better answer that very carefully.
I'll take that as an answer of at least one thing.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcast. You can always go back and listen on demand every day, thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. Wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify, the WNML app, you can listen to us anytime. We invite you to join us at 865-656-9900. Quick question for you, Swain. Why was the math teacher such a good dancer?
Something about rhythm.
She had algorithm.
Oh, boy. Okay. That sure makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you were on target.
That was close. Yeah, that was close.
Yep. Patrick Mahomes got into a rhythm late.
Patrick Mahomes always in a rhythm. And when the 49ers kicked that field goal in overtime, I knew it was over for them. And I knew that Patrick Mahomes, if everyone held their blocks and, like, no one came unblocked and created a strip sack fumble, something like that, or if a receiver didn't drop a pass, tip it up, and get intercepted, then I knew that Patrick Mahomes was going to march his team down and score and win the Super Bowl. It's just all a matter of time. And that's exactly what they did. That's why people are already talking about him being better than Tom Brady, even though he doesn't have the same accolades. Because if you go look at, like, the skill set, the accuracy, the intelligence, he's doing everything that Brady has done in those terms. But then you add the fact that he can beat you with his legs, which he did last night. That's why people are saying, he's better than Tom Brady.
Yeah, he kind of seems like Brady with wheels. Both are super intelligent. Both have terrific physical capability with their arm and everything that's asked. Brady's kind of underrated with his physical skill set because he was drafted late, but he's a massive guy with a good enough arm, and we know everything he put in to be able to last so long in the NFL to hold up physically. But Mahomes has that plus the mobility, but his intelligence, his ability within a play to recognize what to do and what not to do, how to save it for the next play, how to tuck it and run, how to eat the play. He threw the interception. That was the first interception he had thrown in a postseason game in so long. What was it, 7 games in total? That he had.
Bad throw, too.
Yeah, it's a bad throw. He was just
game decision.
He has the different arm angles that he can hit. He has the strength, obviously. He has everything. He has great coaching with Andy Reid, and he has Travis Kelce, but he doesn't have Tyreek Hill. They got rid of Tyreek Hill, who is as dangerous of a weapon as there is in the NFL at wide receiver or any skill position, and they've won 2 Super Bowls since they traded him. He's been in the AFC title game each time. He already has 3 Super Bowl rings, and it's so difficult to do. There's a reason it had been 19 years since the last repeat, and that repeat was Brady and Belichick. Trey Wingo noting the Chiefs were down by 10 in playoff games, down 7 or more in the Patrick Mahomes era. The Chiefs are 9-2 in those games. They are 9-2, Swain, in playoff games. So against quality competition every single time. This isn't coming back to beat some bottom of the division team. This is in a playoff game. Down 7 or more, the Chiefs are 9-2. The next best quarterback team win ratio in that scenario, going back to 1950, so we have 70-plus years to account for this data, Tom Brady is the next best. His teams were 10-11. So they had about a 50% chance to come back and win, close to it, down 7 points in the playoffs, and that's remarkable. And Mahomes is 9-2.
3 Super Bowls. He's 28. Let's say he plays for another 10 years. Man, there's a chance he may get 3 more. 30%. I mean, who in the AFC is going to challenge the Kansas City Chiefs consistently? Like, I remember when the Patriots were doing their thing, you always had that AFC title game matchup between the Colts and the Patriots.
Mm-hmm. It was the Colts and the Patriots with a little Roethlisberger mixed in.
A little bit. It's not going to be the Ravens consistently until Lamar Jackson finds that clutch gene. Joe Burrow's coming off a major injury. They may lose T. Higgins to free agency. Who knows? I know Harbaugh is there with L.A., the Chargers, but that's going to take a little bit of time to get going. The Bills may be like the only team that can stop Patrick Mahomes from doing exactly what Tom Brady did and go win 3 or 4 more Super Bowls in a 10-year span.
Yep. They're not going to win it every time.
No.
Obviously, but they're going to have a chance every time with Mahomes. And, maybe it's the Bills, but the Bills had their shot this year. They got to host the Chiefs. The Chiefs still went into their house and won. The Ravens got to host. Like, what's a better spot for the Ravens than what they had this year?
If you can't beat the Chiefs now, what makes you think you're going to beat them when they get better receivers, when they have better offensive line play, when they go out and address some issues here and there? Like, when they won a Super Bowl a couple years ago, they had a end of the first round pick, and they got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like, at the time that was a great pick, and he's second. This is a really good backup, but like they're gonna go and make the right draft pick because that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. It's ownership down to the GM, down to the scouting department. Like they just don't miss. So when you have your leadership, your general manager, your scouting department, giving Patrick Mahomes gems, and he's already good, and you already have Chris Jones and Travis Kelce, like, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're not completely out of it. You still have a shot. The 49ers could have won last night.
They could have.
But good luck.
Good luck.
Against that group because you're going to need some of it. You're going to need some of it. 10-3 now is the record as an underdog. They haven't been an underdog often, but they've won most of them. 10-3 when the odds makers say they're supposed to lose the game going in. That was brought up on the stage last night on CBS. This is Patrick Mahomes' answer to Jim Nantz when he talked about everything it took for the Chiefs to get it done again, going on the road and pulling off the upset last night against the San Francisco 49ers.
Really, just the whole game was just kind of our whole entire season. It was the defense just keeping us in there, and then the offense making plays when it counted. And then, of course, Harrison Butker hitting from about 70. So it was a microcosm of our whole season. I'm just proud of the guys. They kept believing, and I'm proud of the coaches for calling up those plays. They got us some touchdowns there at the end.
You know, you go on and win the championship, being the underdog the last 3 games in the playoffs. Maybe a lesson learned for everybody else out there in the future.
Yeah, just know that the Kansas City Chiefs are never underdogs. Just know that.
Felt like we knew it going in. We didn't budge from our picks leading up to the Super Bowl.
He was the reason why I picked the Chiefs.
We kept it simple.
Really simple.
Yeah.
I don't care what the line said. I'm picking the Chiefs because of Patrick Mahomes. I'm not betting against him.
That's not us being smart. I mean, maybe if you want to make that claim, that's perfectly fine. I'll hop on board. But it's him being good.
Pretty much.
They were 9-3 going in as an underdog, and I thought, yeah, they'll probably come out 10-3, and they did.
Hey, I picked the Ravens because I didn't trust that offense around Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
But great players lift the performance of the people around them, and that's the conversation that people have been having over the last week or so about Brock Purdy being a system quarterback versus a game breaker. Patrick Mahomes is a game breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the difference. And nothing wrong being a system quarterback because you can win a lot of games. Yeah. You can win championship being an assistant quarterback. But that's the difference. When you take a group of receivers that drop more passes than anyone else in the league and go win the dang Super Bowl. Like, that's unbelievable.
Yep. And there's also the pressure that applies to the other side. In the Patriots comeback against the Falcons, there was the clip of opposing offensive players, a couple of wide receivers. The mics caught them from NFL Network in the middle of the game with that huge lead saying, yeah, but, man, they've got Tom Brady. They have this huge lead in the Super Bowl.
They knew.
And they knew we still have our work cut out for us because they have Tom Brady. And I promise the conversations are the same on the other side with the opposition against Patrick Mahomes. Man, they got Mahomes.
You got to knock them out, man. You got to knock them out. You got to put them to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make sure they're dead. Guys like Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, because if you don't, you give them a little bit of a chance, they'll come back and beat you. 28-3. No panic. The players on the Falcons sideline was worried. Up 28-3.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes, man, he's up next. He's up next. He's so fun to watch too. And I don't understand why he's so unlockable from people. I think people get tired of one person winning or one team winning. But Andy Reid is the most likable coach in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he never takes himself too serious. You hear great stories about how he treats his players and his staff. He has an awesome coaching tree. Philly did him wrong and dropped him. Now, it worked out for Philly. It's worked out for Andy Reid, too. But, like, you ever heard one bad thing about Andy Reid? Patrick Mahomes has a bunch of mess around him, but that's not on Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
You know, he got family members acting a fool, but he's never done anything wrong to anybody. But people wanted to see, him lose and the Chiefs lose because they tired of Taylor Swift. They're tired of the Chiefs winning. They let you know, man, jealousy's a real thing.
Kelsey was asked post-game what it is about Mahomes, and Kelsey said, "I've never seen anybody work harder." You got to tip your cap.
Like somebody
you
like
have to pay respect to that.
Yeah, how do you not like somebody like that?
Yeah, that's
weird.
He has a ton of natural ability, but the results don't come without the work.
100%.
3 Super Bowl rings, and I doubt it's his last. We'll come back here on Josh and Swain, 865-656-9900. If you would like to join us, we have a remix joke to the one that led off this segment. We'll see if that works in between now and 3 o'clock. We'll talk more football, Tennessee, and the NFL as we continue right here on Josh and Swain.
Forget about the cards, the roses, the chocolates. What your loved one really wants this February is insanely clean carpets from our friends over at Zero Res. If you want a clean home, let the pros from Zero Res take care of every single square inch. We're talking about carpets that stay cleaner longer. And right now, when you mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, you're going to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109. Plus, free hallway. You can book online now. That's over at ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Fellas, if you've noticed loss of muscle mass, weight gain, lack of motivation and drive, maybe you've been feeling tired, grumpy, know that these could be signs of low testosterone levels. And the next thing to do is to make sure you go and find that number, find where your levels are. You can do that with Low T Center. They're going to make it easy for you to get those levels checked. It's a simple blood test. And because of their on-site lab, you'll get your results back in about 25 minutes. Low T Center is not like your typical doctor's office. It is concierge medicine for men. The physicians specialize in treating low testosterone and have been exclusively treating men for years, with most health insurance being accepted. They have affordable and convenient treatment options, including physician-monitored, self-inject treatments that ship directly to your home each month. So there's no need for you to drive to the center for those weekly visits. Right now at Low T Center, just $25 to get your T level tested. Make your health and quality of life a priority. Make it a great year. Go to the website, lowtcenter.com, to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back.
The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Knoxville, Justin Timberlake. Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center, November 19th. Pre-sale for City Card members is available now through Wednesday, February 14th at 5 p.m. at LiveNation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now.
I get jealous. I can't help it.
For more, hit up JustinTimberlake.com.
The all-new Knox Esports is Knoxville's new premier esports gaming center, featuring 54 gaming PCs, console gaming stations, featuring an Xbox, PS5, and Switch at each station, as well as 2 racing simulators. So get out of the house, bring the kids and their friends, or bring all your gaming buddies. Whoever you bring, you'll be hooked. Events, tourneys, classes, they've got it all. Stop by today at 108 North Peters Road, or visit knoxesports.gg. Knox Esports, a digital mayhem gaming location.
This year, Dell Technologies wants to help you do amazing things with their best tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 13 Plus, powered by Intel Core processors, and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What if you could get a 365 days comfort guarantee to adjust the firmness or softness of your mattress? What if you could get a two-sided flippable mattress at factory direct pricing? What if it came with a warranty of up to 20 years? What if you could watch your mattress being handmade right here in the Knoxville factory? You can at Brothers Bedding Mattress Factory. Brothers Bedding understands what it means to be local, high quality, excellent service, and a name you can trust for over 85 years. BrothersBedding.com.
When Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's record with his 715th home run in April 1974, announcer Vince Scully let the crowd roar for a minute and a half. Then he said, "What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South for breaking a record of an all-time baseball idol. It's a great moment for all of us."
It was not fame I sought, but rather to be the best baseball player that I could possibly be.
We salute the late baseball legend, Hank Aaron, during Black History Month.
Cumulus Media and 99.1 The Sports Animal celebrate Black History Month.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us. Thanks for the messages, the interaction, the text from CJ as we come back in for the final segment of hour number 2 on Josh and Swain. CJ's up in Johnson City. Hello to everybody listening in the Tri-Cities area on the Sports Monster. Pointed to the game with the offensive offside call on Kadarius Toney. Mahomes complaining about the refs to Josh Allen instead of congratulating him and being a good sport is what makes me pull against him.
That one thing?
Yeah, that was no good for Mahomes. But I'm not going to forever think – like Mahomes admitted that was wrong, so it's not like he doubled down on it. So, yeah, that was a bad moment for him. But I'm not going to forever think about Patrick Mahomes based on how he handled a frustrated outcome in a regular season game.
Yeah, I mean, I think we expect too much of people. We expect people to be perfect. And people make mistakes. People are human. And there's so much good that Patrick Mahomes has done for the game of football, what he represents. He's the face of the NFL. He's not out here getting in trouble. He does a great job handling situations. I mean, his dad was arrested for DWI, and they asked him a question, and he handled it perfectly. He's allowed to make a mistake. I mean, Peyton threw his punter under the bus. Now his punter threw him under the bus, but he threw him back under the bus publicly too. Tom Brady has said some things publicly. So, like, when you're a competitor, and people need to understand, like,
on that stage with those stakes,
like, when you are a competitor and you're trying to win, and you feel like you're done wrong, like, you're not always going to respond the right way. Like, you're just not. You're going to say something that you probably shouldn't have said. You're probably going to do something you probably shouldn't have done. And as long as it's not, like, out of bounds, I understand, like, all right, man, Patrick Mahomes, he's human. He's allowed to make mistakes. He's not perfect. He is as perfect as a quarterback, but he's not a perfect human being. And honestly, when that happened, like, I kind of liked him more because I was like, oh, yeah, he's human, made a mistake. And then when he made his apology, I was like, hey, man, he's a real dude. Like, he's a real human. He's not some robot.
Did you know this? You're a Bears fan. In the 2017 draft, when Mahomes came out from Texas Tech, the Bears actually had a chance to draft him, but they took Mitchell Trubisky instead. Did you know that?
I'm aware.
It's kind of crazy.
I'm sending an email to HR.
We'll take a break and allow you the time to do so. We'll come back and invite you to join us. 865-656-9900 on Josh and Swain.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby. Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
Oh, this cold.
Honey?
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste. Because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
No, I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I've lost 76 pounds, and I want to brag about it. Hey, what's up? It's Tyler Ivins. You know me. That's right. Brag Weight Loss and Wellness has absolutely been a game changer. Not only have I lost 76 pounds in the beginning, during the pandemic, I put more than half of that weight back on, and I've successfully lost it again, all thanks to Dr. Terry Bragg. And they're so proud to be Strong Science certified, ensuring that you'll lose 40 pounds in just 40 days. And better yet, you'll sustain it. If you're ready to transform your life and brag about it, visit bragweightlossandwellness.com to start your Strong Science certified journey to a healthier you.
We're not all the same, so why should we wear the same shoes? At locally owned New Balance Knoxville, they specialize in finding you your perfect fit. Their fit specialists take your individual foot characteristics and match them against more than 75 New Balance models, resulting in shoes that will give you the perfect fit. And with their new fuel cell technology, New Balance delivers top-of-the-line performance whether you're training for a world-class competition or treating yourself to an afternoon walk. Visit New Balance Knoxville in the Suburban Shopping Center, Kingston Pike, just west of West Elm Mall.
I remember when I was a little boy, and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
The big dog of heating and cooling is now looking for more techs to join the pack. Chansey & Reynolds is now hiring HVAC duct mechanics and technicians, providing a great benefits package, paid vacation and holidays. These are full-time positions for those who want a career, not just a job. Chansey & Reynolds, in business for more than 40 years, is a York Heating and Air Specialty company. Apply in person at 614 Van Street or call 865-525-5076.
The big dog of heating and cooling. The big dog.
A farm, a family, and a tradition of premium fresh sausage that's lasted almost a century, using only the freshest ingredients and finest cuts of meat for flavor that is locked in instantly. Each bite of Swaggerty's Farm sausage transports you back to a warm, cozy southern kitchen, leaving you satisfied and ready to take on the day. Swaggerty's Farm, quite possibly the best tasting sausage in America. Now available at your local retailers.
This is WNML-FM Friendsville, WNML-AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute. Mahomes is just that dude, and that dude is just that inevitable. Those 2 drives were inevitable. And this cat, 3 straight games as an underdog? Psst, please. Who's an underdog? Because that dude and that team are never underdogs, which Patrick was quick to remind everybody of after the game. I'm Jim Rome.
With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the bag boys.
What?
Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys, bag boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of JVC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save on bulk purchases of select insulation from trusted brands like Green Fiber. And there's more. Save 10% when you buy 6 or more select interior pre-hung and slab doors. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Rebuild your family, regain your freedom, renew your life. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Final hour of Josh and Swain on this Monday afternoon. Thank you for being with us. Our phone number is 865-656-9900. You can call and share your thoughts from the weekend or text in. Nick saying don't feel bad about the Bears not getting Mahomes, Swain. They would definitely be better, but I'm not sure they would have won a Super Bowl by now, even with him on the team. He's great, but also in a great situation.
Oh, yeah, we would have poisoned him. There's a lot of teams that if they would have drafted Patrick Mahomes, they wouldn't have won a Super Bowl either.
Yep.
I mean, you got to be in the right place with the right franchise, the right people around you, and it worked perfectly for Patrick Mahomes, man. The perfect coach, the perfect fan base. I mean, Kansas City reminds you so much of a college sports town, and that atmosphere reminds you so much of an SEC environment. It was just perfect, man.
Yeah, the two things go together. His talent, his ability, and everything he's put in to becoming the player he has comes from everything within. It's also not a coincidence that it was Andy Reid and the Chiefs that decided, let's go get him. They moved up to draft Patrick Mahomes, and after he sat for a year, they said, Alex Smith has done a nice job. It's Mahomes' time now.
It's time.
And look what it's become. So it worked together. Brady and Belichick, it worked together. We'd like to split them apart. I don't sense that as much with Reid and Mahomes, though. I sense a whole lot of, man, they both deserve a ton of credit for how good they are. Part of it's maybe offensive coach and offensive player. But, essentially perfect situation. But the situation became a whole lot better because of Mahomes. They were good with Alex Smith. They're considered a dynasty with Mahomes.
Mahomes kind of like Nico, huh?
Sure.
So Nico kind of like Mahomes?
Whichever order you want to go with there.
Perfect situation?
Yeah.
No, I'm just messing around.
Well, but in all seriousness, if you want to project, you can't design a quarterback better than Mahomes for Andy Reid, and the design of Nico's ability looks like a perfect fit for Josh Heupel and his offense, and we'll soon find out.
100%. It's the
it
factor.
Court case pending. I'm kidding.
That's tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow. See you there. You bring the burgers and dogs, I'll bring the buns.
You talking here? To the studio?
Yeah. Yep.
That's the only place where we'll be.
No courthouse cookout tomorrow, everybody. Stay home.
Yeah, stay at home.
Or maybe more importantly, go to work.
Go to work.
Not to the courthouse.
I mean, both have the it factor.
Uh-huh.
Nico, Patrick Mahomes, that's more of the comparison.
Yeah.
Nico hasn't done anything in college except for one game in a bowl game, but it's the reason why he was number one player in the country. And having the it factor, being mobile, being able to improvise in the pocket, making all the throws, being infectious. I'll say leader, being someone that has the ability to be a leader, who has an infectious personality, people kind of gravitate towards. A lot of similarities in that department.
So a lot of Super Bowl talk. We're not done with that. We'll have more as the final hour moves along. We've also talked about the vacancy on Tennessee's football coaching staff. Running back coach Jerry Mack headed to the NFL to coach in Jacksonville with the Jaguars. So coach that was highly respected over the last 3 seasons has to be replaced.
Yeah, 100%. Hopefully he's the only coach who decides to go somewhere else. But filling the shoes of Jared Mack won't be easy, but it's an opportunity for Tennessee to go out and get themselves a coach that can recruit, but at the same time recruit the player that he wants, but develop the player when he gets here and be able to connect. And Jared Mack did that, man. A lot of ties to Tennessee and Memphis. Jared Mack's from Memphis, went to Whitehaven High School. You look at Larry Porter, who coached at Memphis, was a head coach. He's from Memphis. So he has ties to Tennessee, ties to North Carolina, and the state of North Carolina is so important to Tennessee. You know, that 4-hour radius that we talk about, Charlotte, North Carolina is a prime recruiting area for Tennessee, and so he's been there since 2021. He spent some time at Auburn and was at North Carolina a previous stint between 2014 and 2016. So, you're getting someone and Larry Porter who has SEC recruiting ties. Also spent 5 years at LSU in the mid to late 2000s. So, I think he's the number one guy on the board, in my opinion. I don't know what Josh Heupel is looking for, what he's thinking, who's number one in his eyes. But in my eyes, out of the list that Brent Hubbs laid out on VolQuest.com, he's the number one guy for me.
Yep, yeah, a very good coach. It's a position that is in a transition, too, with Jalen Wright off to the NFL. Mel Kiper Jr. has Wright as one of his players to watch that could be maybe a sleeper in the draft, sleeper depending on where he goes. But at running back, he had a terrific season. Jabari Small was very productive over the last 3 years. It is Dylan Sampson's turn to take on the RB1 role, and he has played a lot and shown that he can be a playmaker. Behind him, there is far less experience, but a ton of talent in Cameron Seldon. Peyton Lewis is a well-thought-of, highly touted freshman running back. Khalifa Keith, Deshaun Bishop, who was injured, did not play this past season. So there's talent, but it's Sampson and then young talent behind him.
Yeah, Jared Mack left at the right time.
He's also leaving at a time where that's part of the conversation right now. He's going to the NFL. Alabama just lost a couple of offensive assistants to the Seattle Seahawks. Chip Kelly stayed in college but said, I'll hand over those head coaching duties to somebody else. I'll just go be an offensive coordinator, focus more on just the coaching side. But coaches jumping to the NFL, it's always happened, but it's getting more attention right now with where things are. There's a story today on maybe Gino Auriemma is the next veteran coach that says it's time to hang it up with where things are in college sports now. And we'll see, he hasn't announced anything, but there's a lot of belief that could be the case.
The results from the basketball court not going to play into that too, Gino? Some of the results that he's experienced as a head coach at UConn lately?
Yeah, maybe some.
But I can see Gino going Nick Saban. You know what? I'm good, man.
Right.
I've done enough. I've won enough. And he does a really good job explaining the issues with coaching during today's game. And so I wouldn't be surprised if he just bows out. Maybe goes coach, professional. I don't know if he can get away with it, but it'd be a new challenge for him.
I mean, at this point, we really can't be surprised by any coach, right?
Nope.
That decides to make it. If we just watched a head coach at UCLA say, "I'll take a pay cut of what, $4 million or so."
He got a couple buyouts from his time as an NFL coach.
He did, and maybe Ohio State's going to pay the buyout. I don't know that I've seen that officially because he has to buy out of his contract to leave, even though he's taking a demotion. But I mean, we don't typically see that. A head coach within the Big Ten at a well-thought-of school say, I'll just go be an offensive coordinator instead. That doesn't happen very often. We've seen that from, like, Dan Enos. Was he at Central Michigan when he said, I'll go be the OC? I mean, that happens. Being at a small school.
But a big school?
Yeah. Being at a big school.
Power 5?
Power program?
Yeah.
That's not common.
No, it's not. But like, no one is sitting here going, man, Jerry Mack, why did he leave, man? Everyone understands.
Yeah.
Everyone understands, appreciates. You should appreciate what he has done here. And I wonder, like, if Heupel would have made him offensive coordinator, instead of Halsey. Not saying Halsey not deserving or whatever, but you look at Jerry Mack's track record, and he was a coordinator, spent time, I want to say, as a head coach before. And so, like, if Jerry Mack was offensive coordinator now, would he still would have left to go to the NFL? I wonder that.
Would have made the decision tougher, I'm sure.
And tougher. Probably still left. I don't know. But that's what you get when you have really good coaches on your staff, man. You're going to have other teams wanting them, and you're going to have NFL.
Yeah, Alex Golesh was coveted as a head coach.
Yeah, that's what you want if you're Josh Heupel. I mean, because it ain't about recruiting at the NFL level. It's about your ability to coach and develop. And if they're calling you, that means you're really, really, really good. So kudos to Jerry Mack for getting that opportunity.
So in the text box, should I view this as a shot at me? But we had the math teacher algorithm joke last hour.
Okay.
I thought it was okay. A better version of that joke that I, as a dad, devised immediately upon the poor delivery. Is that poor delivery by me? Is that what I should read into that?
I mean,
who else delivered it?
You're the only person that delivered it. That's what I'm about to say.
Okay, well, I'll take my best stab at delivering this one. Why did the math teacher never stop dancing?
Why's that?
She had all-go rhythm.
All-go rhythm. All right, I think that's better.
You think that's better?
Yeah. I think it's better than the other version. I'm not laughing or anything, but I think it's a really good joke that you tell at like a math camp.
Okay.
You know, like during lunch at a math camp, something like that. I think people in the cafeteria would like fall over laughing, man. That's a knee slapper.
Yeah. Math camp, that's where you sell
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I bet Kim Palm would be like, "Oh my gosh. Oh, this is hilarious."
Yeah. People would like that one from all angles.
Sure, Josh. Sure. Yeah.
Geometry joke.
I get it, Josh.
865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. The text box is open. We have an attaboy to hand out. When we come back, we're with you until 3 o'clock right here on Josh and Swain.
I'm Tennessee head football coach Josh Heupel. You get all your Ball Network programming on 99.1 The Sports Animal. 13 hours of live and local Tennessee coverage every weekday. When it comes to game day, the Animal is championship level in breaking down the action. Get your Tennessee football coverage where you get insight unlike any other. No one covers the Balls like 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln. It's Truck Month, Ford Truck Month, where you can save. They have low interest rates available right now on brand new Ford F-150 2023 trucks. Rates as low as 1.9% for 72 months. So great vehicle with savings, with low interest rates that are available right now. We are almost halfway through February. They are ready to move those 2023 vehicles out, which means huge savings for you. If you are interested in one of the different options they have in their F-150 lineup, if you need work trucks, if you're interested in an electric vehicle like the Lightning or any of their electric options, Ted Russell Ford is where you go. They are the Ford E Elite dealer that you go shop with in East Tennessee. They can help you find whatever option you're looking for. The Bronco, Ford Escape has incredibly low rates available. Same with the Ford Explorer, 0.9% for 60 months. New or pre-owned, they can help you find what you need within your budget. Shop locally at Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln.
This has been a paid announcement.
Today, we're on a quest for the ever-elusive local business. However, our search is difficult as big-name national companies overshadow their smaller competitors. If only these local businesses knew about Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost can increase their online presence in ways that go beyond basic SEO. Aha! A mom-and-pop shop victory. Get found by more customers with Cumulus Boost at CumulusBoost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
During basketball and all seasons, choose Coors Light, the official beer of chill inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. When things heat up on the hardwood, reach for the beer that's made to chill. You'll know your Coors Light's perfectly chilled because when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Always cheer loudly and please celebrate responsibly. Do you have stuff that you need gone? Then give a buzz to Junk Be Gone. Created right here in Knoxville, Junk Be Gone has been the #1 junk removal company in East Tennessee for the past 16 years. Full service junk removal, 15-yard driveway dumpsters, document shredding, and demolition. They can remove above ground pools, pool tables, hot tubs, swing sets, fences, pianos, home and office furniture, even televisions, and the kitchen sink. Give them a buzz at 865-675-5865 or on the web at junkbegone.biz.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Minimum purchase required. Interest accrues from date of purchase but is waived if paid within promotional period. Go to windowappointmentnow.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? Fog between the glass? Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Anderson. And right now you could buy one window or door and get one 40% off. Just text OLD to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus buy one window or door and get one 40% off. And right now save an extra $200 off your entire purchase. Text OLD to 200-300 right now. Text OLD to 200-300. Don't wait. Text the word OLD to 200-300. Text OLD to 200-300.
Hi, it's me, Tracy King at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Text your address to me at 505-7455, and you'll receive your home's highest cash offers in seconds. Text your address to me at 505-7455 and start packing.
Keith Powell Heating and Cooling, family owned and operated, serving Knoxville and the surrounding area since 1989. Honest, reliable services with a focus on customer satisfaction. Call them today, 865-483-9223 or online, keithpowellhvac.com.
Yesterday's transistor radio is today's cell phone, but the signal is now worldwide. Stream us everywhere. 99.1 The Sports Animal. Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us here on Josh and Swain, at Josh and Swain. On social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you can follow us there. Jamie in Lenore City enjoying the winnings from last night. Over-under number of rushing attempts for Patrick Mahomes was 4.5. He rushed it 9 times. Alan Bell came on Thursday and said, the over on Patrick Mahomes, take it.
Yeah,
he's going to run the ball here.
Didn't kneel either.
Right.
And still hit the over on that one. Yeah, Alan Bell, I saw a tweet from him. He had like a list of all of his picks. Mm-hmm. A lot of greens in there.
Yep.
Not a lot of reds.
Yep. Alan's doing well over there in Nashville at Driving the Line. A plug for Alan, who joins us on Thursdays with Alan Bell, Jonathan Coachman, and the team with what they're building there on Driving the Line, at Driving the Line on YouTube. We're going to hand out Attaboy coming up in just a moment. Bruce is trying to help me out. Maybe I'm having some delivery issues with my jokes today. Why do cattle want to be on talk radio?
Why?
Because they want to be heard.
Okay. All right. I get it.
It's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Bruce down in Gainesville. We appreciate Bruce tuning in.
Oh, man.
Keep fighting the good fight down there, Bruce.
That's right. That's right. You see Chris Dorn, let him know, man. We still got his Gator shirt.
2024 season's right around the corner. Double or nothing for Jason Swain.
Oh, I'm all in. I already told him. We are running it back.
Yeah, if the Vols can't win that one for you in the middle of October with Florida coming to town, retire from any future Tennessee-Florida wager.
Yeah, and if Tennessee wins, I won't be sending him a $100 hoodie either. He'll get a nice Tennessee T-shirt. The oranges may or may not match.
Are you going to send him some of your gear?
No. No, it's my gear.
Okay.
I'm keeping mine. But you know how sometimes, depending on where you get the shirt, the orange can be a little darker than it's supposed to be. That's what he going to get. Because I know what he going to do with it. I know what he going to do with that
He's
shirt.
not going to display it proudly?
No, he's not. He's going to display it when he wears it.
Send it to Peter Burns, his teammate on SEC in the Morning, and get Peter to have him display it on the big screen on the SEC network. Maybe that's the move.
Well, I'll have to make him wear it.
Because Peter will pick Tennessee that week. I promise.
Me too.
So maybe Monday morning after Tennessee gets the win at Neyland Stadium, Peter can surprise Doring live on the broadcast with the Tennessee shirt. You can just send it to Peter ahead of time.
Yeah, I would want Doring to wear the shirt during broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
And if
that'd be giving your all for Tennessee right there.
If Florida wins, then I would wear it during like a interview broadcast. If they decide to bring it back on,
Well,
that could be the bet.
That might get you vetoed as a guest, at least by one of the hosts weighing in. But that's to come in October. Tennessee against Florida at Neyland Stadium. 865-656-9900 for you to join us. As right now we hand out today's Attaboy, and we hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to Native Design and Hardscape with the new Native Nursery for contractors and landscapers. You can check out nativetn.com. And what a performance it was. It was close to an MVP level performance for Juwan Jennings, the VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver who threw a touchdown pass to Christian McCaffrey, then caught a touchdown in the second half, made other key plays. They highlighted the blocking that he was doing, which doesn't show up in the box score, but I promise it matters for what San Francisco is doing offensively. He drew the hold on McDuffie in overtime that extended the drive. That was on a third down play. So third and Juwan, it showed up last night. The 49ers came up short, but not because of anything Juwan Jennings did or did not do. What a performance for the VFL last night.
He was balling. He was balling, man. That physicality, how he was releasing from corners and safeties that were trying to guard him, his run after catch, the ball he caught across the middle there late in the game, his catch on his touchdown was great, and then him displaying his athleticism, his versatility, throwing the throwback pass to Christian McCaffrey. I mean, the only thing missing from that performance was a win, and that wasn't on him. He did everything that you expect and ask a receiver to do. He did everything he was supposed to do. So we're proud of him, happy for him, and now he has to make a tough decision, which is a great tough decision.
Yep. Which contract offer to accept? Yeah,
pretty
much. He will have multiple.
Pretty much.
Yeah. If I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, we had this brought up earlier. Juwan is somebody that I would like to have. Third down spot, you think Mahomes wouldn't trust Juwan? I don't know how that would fit with what they'll be able to offer and what he'll be able to command. But talk about a fit, that would work quite well. But he's such a great story to me where he was beloved at Tennessee, but he also had to come back from leaving the program. He had to prove himself. He did that and more. And the way that he plays on the field was a perfect fit for the San Francisco 49ers. He then had to prove himself, though, as a seventh-round pick where the odds are kind of against you when you show up trying to make the team, especially with a franchise that's so well developed in talent. And he's done that and more. He promised them that he would deliver, and look at what he did last night. Look at what he's done over the last 4 years.
Yeah, you got to re-sign Juwan. A part of me wants Juwan to get out of the 49ers so he can make more money and stay away from those California taxes. But a part of me is like, hey, man, that's the best place for him. Man, that dude is happy. That culture fits Juwan. Juwan fits that culture.
You can eye roll if you need as a Bears fan, but what about Detroit? Dan Campbell and Juwan Jennings together? Get some other VFLs there?
They got too many balls on the team. No, sir.
Cam Sutton gets in on the recruitment.
That's enough.
Jalen Reeves-Maben.
It'd be cool if he went to the Titans.
Yep.
But if you're the Titans, you got to try to get T. Higgins, man.
That could be a real possibility with the Callahan connection from the Bengals.
Oh, yeah. But, man, attaboy to Juwan, man.
Yep.
That's great stuff.
Yep. Didn't get his ring, but, man, he deserves all kinds of credit for what he did last night, what he had done up to last night to be in that position. And attaboy to Juwan Jennings, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver and fan favorite. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design and Hardscape, located at 3473 Louisville Road. It's just 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit. Native Design has the Native Nursery for contractors and landscapers, your one-stop shop for plants, trees, landscaping materials. Get in touch with Native Design and Hardscape. You can schedule a consultation by going to their website, nativetn.com, or call up 865-310-3256 for Native Design and Hardscape, Knoxville's premier landscaping and hardscape designer. Doc says make Chris Doering do the receiver gloves in a borrowed jersey, the whole get-up.
Well, whatever I make him do, I have to be willing to do myself, and I don't think I'm willing to do that. I'm a little shaken right now.
I understand.
I'm a little bruised and battered right now, based on what happened last year. I was so certain I was going to win. So certain. Only to not win.
Speaking of not winning, I do feel for those who had MVP tickets on Juwan while it was a huge long shot to begin with. He was in a position late in the game. There's some non-winning MVP tickets on Juwan out there. And then Cody texted in and said, one of my buddies had Juwan first touchdown of the game, not first passing, but first touchdown, which doesn't count on the throw. The first touchdown was scored by Christian McCaffrey.
What was the odds on that one? I wonder.
I don't know, but they were pretty high.
I want to know who had, if anybody had Juwan Jennings throwing the first touchdown pass. Because if anyone had that, I can promise you they're not at work today.
Maybe we all should have just taken the Mahomes MVP ticket.
Yeah, great. So we can make, 57 cents?
I think it was plus money.
Was it?
I think so, like plus 110, something like in that range.
Well, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Chiefs was, I took the Chiefs. It was plus 100. So we'll take plus all day long.
We try to tell you. I don't know why anybody was interested in the fourth quarter and overtime last night. We already gave away the result in the show last week.
We sure did.
Spoiler city.
Under and the Chiefs. And that's what hit if you had 47.5 or 48. If you had 47, like somebody I know, you just got your money back, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, 9 points in overtime.
Yeah.
Stack those numbers. 865-656-9900, our number. If you'd like to join us by calling or texting in, another 30 minutes to go on Josh and Swain.
When special guests call in to 99.1 The Sports Animal, you hear them on the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline, stanleyfence.com.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
Patrick Mahomes found Mecole Hardman in the end zone in overtime, and the Kansas City Chiefs rallied from a 10-0 deficit to defeat the San Francisco 49ers 25-22 in overtime to win Super Bowl 58 for the franchise's third title in the last 5 years. Mahomes finished with 333 yards through the air and a couple of scores and led the Chiefs in rushing with 66 yards. He becomes just the third player in history to win 3 or more Super Bowl MVP awards. He is tied with Joe Montana for the second most all time. NBA games for your Monday night at 7 o'clock. Hornets host the Pacers. 76ers visit the Cavs at 7:30. The Hawks take on the Bulls. The Spurs visit the Raptors at 8 o'clock. The Pelicans visit the Grizzlies. The Rockets host the Knicks. Nuggets take on the Bucks. At 8:30, the Mavericks host the Wizards. The Warriors visit the Jazz at 9, and the Clippers get the Timberwolves at 10:30. College hoops, number 9 Duke hosts Wake Forest at 7. Number 4 Kansas visits number 23 Texas Tech at 9. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. Go check out the website, fshfc.com. You can see everything they have available for you as a member. When you sign up at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center, one, you sign up month to month. They don't have long-term contracts, so you're not locked in to a long-term deal. But at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center, I think you're going to want to keep that membership. We have a family membership, which gives access to complimentary child care. Our kids love going to the swimming pool. It's available 12 months out of the year with the indoor pool. Plus, they have the outdoor pool. for the spring and summer months. If you check out the website that I mentioned, fshfc.com, you can keep up with the calendar that shows you when the group fitness classes are happening. More than 85 group fitness classes every week. Learn about the amenities, the day spa, the different fitness and sports programs they have. It's a top-notch facility, a 5-star club, part of the Covenant Health family. We love the membership that we have. I think you will as well. So stop by Kingston Pike right off Pellissippi Parkway. Check it out for yourself and tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
At Lehman Jewelers, we know that you don't wait for one day a year to show your soulmate that you love them, because love is about showing them that you care all year round. So this Valentine's Day, why not give them a gift that symbolizes just that? Hi, I'm Andy Lehman with Lehman Jewelers. Surprise your better half with a piece of jewelry that they can wear all year long as a reminder of how much you love them. Let our expert team help you pick out the perfect piece of jewelry this Valentine's Day. Is it time to pop the question? Come browse the widest selection of engagement rings in East Tennessee, as well as GIA certified diamonds and lab-grown diamonds as well. Our in-house master jewelers will set your diamond in-house and size the ring to fit. We're located at 11237 Parkside Drive in Knoxville, Knoxville's largest jewelry store, and 715 Watkins Road in Maryville. We would love the opportunity to be a part of this special moment in your life. Start browsing today at lehmanjewelers.com, and happy Valentine's Day.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement.
Since 1956, Standard Kitchen and Bath has been serving the East Tennessee area with professional kitchen and bath sales and design. Family owned and operated, Larry Finley and his son Scott offer custom and affordable cabinetry lines from quality brands like Soul Design Cabinetry. From remodeling to new construction, the professionals at Standard Kitchen and Bath can help you design any space. Call 694-0068, standardkitchen.com, or stop by the showroom, Kingston Pike, next to Grayson Hyundai. They're not just selling cabinets, but designs and ideas that will transform your kitchen or bath into something you'll love.
This report is sponsored by AFS Foundation and Waterproofing Specialists, your local trusted expert. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells reeking throughout your home? Contact AFS, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at afsrepair.com.
A cold front will bring us rain to storms this afternoon to evening. Gusty winds likely as we head into the evening and overnight hours. Temperatures are dropping, so that rain transitions over into a wintry mix of snow, mainly for those higher elevations. Not seeing a lot of that stick, dropping near 50 tomorrow. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group, East Tennessee's #1 family law and divorce attorney group. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group to help your family in their hardest times. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain this afternoon. With you until 3 o'clock every day from 12 until 3 on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster. Hello to everybody in the Tri-Cities area. Hello to you wherever you are tuning into today's show. The latest Way Too Early Top 25, by the way, plenty of time to cover these lists, but from Brad Crawford of 24/7 Sports, Swain, I saw this a few minutes ago, has Tennessee at number 11 for the 2024 college football season. Top 5, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas, Oregon, and Ole Miss. Alabama number 6. This would have Tennessee 6th in the SEC by the rankings. Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, Alabama, and Missouri at number 8 are listed ahead of Tennessee. Tennessee at number 11, LSU at 13, Oklahoma 14.
Yep, that's where you deserve to be. Actually, if you want to say 15, that would be fair too. I think anywhere in the teams would be fair.
11 through 15 in order: Tennessee, Miami, LSU, Oklahoma, Clemson.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a nice little spot for Tennessee. What's
NC State number 21? I mentioned NC State as an opponent of Tennessee coming up this year.
A lot of players coming back on the offensive line, defensive line. Got a talented player quarterback that did a really good job in the bowl game. Tennessee won the bowl game, won 9 games. Should be right there in the teens. What caught my attention was the win totals.
Yes.
Like, okay, that caught my attention a little bit. But what really made me stop in my tracks was seeing Vegas having Tennessee's win total at 8.5, because that's not going to fly.
Certainly not if you go under.
that is not going to fly if you go under.
Schools with, and here's the other thing I noticed. So FanDuel with the win totals, everybody's down a little bit from what you typically see. So part of that might be reflecting the schedules being a little more challenging across the board. Tennessee does catch a more favorable schedule, I think, compared to others in the league, but not easy. Those are two different things. Alabama's number has often been in that 10.5, 11 range, I think. It's at 9.5. Georgia's at 10.5. Let's see. Florida's 5.5. Ole Miss is 9.5. Missouri is 9.5. LSU is 9.5. So the odds makers do have Tennessee below LSU and below Missouri and Ole Miss by a full game. Texas A&M's win total is 8.5, just like Tennessee. Some folks, not everybody, but some folks were not too happy with Greg McElroy's comments a few weeks ago when he said 8-4, 9-3. Well, the way too early odds makers predictions or line setting, however you want to describe it, has Tennessee at 8-4 or 9-3. 8.5 the number by FanDuel.
Whew. Just the thought of only winning 8 games makes me nervous. So we can't let that happen at all. That's why I just wasn't really upset at what Greg said. I understood where he was coming from. And dude, it's spring. There's a whole lot of – it's not even spring yet, but there's a whole lot of work to be done. There'll be players, I'm sure, added to this roster. Let me at least see the new players. Let me see how they run, catch, tackle, block. Let me at least see before we start throwing out projections on the season. Just early.
That's right. All of this is applied to the early category.
Very, very early.
The ranking from Brad Crawford, subject to change. Odds makers win total, subject to change. Record predictions, definitely subject to change. But right now, odds makers set the line at 8.5 wins for Tennessee. Brad Crawford, the latest to say top 15 for Tennessee going in. But when you're top 15 and there are, 7 other conference mates that are in the top 15 with you, that means that there's a lot of wiggle room on what the records could be. Tennessee will go to Norman. Tennessee will face Georgia and Alabama. Bama is more beatable than we would have said over the last few years. Doesn't mean it's a gimme win. Florida's more beatable than we've often seen. Doesn't mean it's an automatic win going in. Florida's number, though, 5.5 by FanDuel. They went over this year.
I have nothing.
Right?
I have nothing.
Or no, was their number 5.5? Yeah, their number was 5.5, so they did not go over. They went under.
I thought it was 4. I thought it was 4.5. I thought people predicted like they only winning 4 games.
Maybe you're right. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, people thought Tennessee was going to win. I mean, as bad as their record was, not getting to a bowl game, I feel like they exceeded expectations according to some of the Vegas picks and media members' picks or predictions of their record.
I'm looking. MGM had 5.5.
Okay.
So different sites might have been in different spots, but MGM's 2023 win total was 5.5.
Gotcha. Sir? Cannot do a show here, not mention the fact that Tennessee got a commitment.
That's right.
Joakim Dotson from Memphis area, wide receiver.
Austin Price told us last Wednesday to watch for his announcement coming up, and he announced for Tennessee.
There it is. Yep. So Tennessee got themselves a commitment. Nice little start to the 2025 recruiting class. Get your spot now. George McIntyre. He only has a few tickets left.
Do you want a bracketology update following this past weekend, or would you rather hold off?
Well, I'm sure according to some people, we're NIT team.
Yep. They've only dropped a spot from the previous update. So Joe Lunardi of ESPN still has Tennessee as the number 6 overall seed, so they would still be a 2 seed. They had moved up to number 4, which meant a 1 seed.
And didn't lose or win, and fell from that.
To a 5 on Friday, and then after the loss at Texas A&M, has dropped to a number 6 overall ranking, so the second number 2 seed.
Cool. I don't think I really care if they're a 1 or a 2. I mean, besides the fact that you could say the 2023 team was a number 1 seed. First time ever.
They'll be remembered for how they finish up the NCAA tournament, not what seed they are to start it.
I don't remember anything about UConn's run before March or before the middle of February. I know they dropped some games late in the season, but when they got rolling, boy, they got rolling. It's what you do at the end that matters, in Tennessee needs to make sure you learn a lesson from Texas A&M game. You apply it. You don't let that beat you in the NCAA tournament.
Brian with a text in to note Dodson is from Collierville. Please give us our respect.
Ooh, excuse me, Brian. Excuse me. We have people that listen worldwide, Brian. So not everyone's going to know where Collierville is. So I know you know because you live there. But that's why you say Memphis. Because more people know what Memphis is and what it's about outside of Collierville.
Hey, Swain, if disrespect is given, then respect is going to be demanded.
That's fine. That's cool. I was driving one time in Memphis. I was like, where am I? I saw a sign for Collierville. I was like, oh, my gosh, this is something. This is something. So, yeah, Collierville, nice neighborhood. Nice neighborhood there, Brian. Should be proud.
Yep.
One of your own, man, wearing the orange here in Knoxville in a couple months.
Wide receiver Joakim Dotson, a Tennessee commit from Collierville, Tennessee. Final segment of Josh and Swain is coming up. We have the Power Poll, top winners out of the weekend. We'll get you to Tyler and Will coming up at 3 o'clock. We'll come back right here on Josh and Swain.
Forget about the cards, the roses, the chocolates. What your loved one really wants this February is insanely clean carpets from our friends over at Zero Res. If you want a clean home, let the pros from Zero Res take care of every single square inch. We're talking about carpets that stay cleaner longer. And right now, when you mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, you're going to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109. Plus, free hallway. You can book online now. That's over at ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Tell you about SlamDot and how SlamDot can help you if you're a business owner, if you're looking to grow your business. Every business needs customers. SlamDot can help you connect with more customers. SlamDot can help design an effective website for you. SlamDot can help design a digital marketing plan for you with search engine optimization and Google Ads, a social media plan to help you connect when somebody is searching for a product or service that you offer. When you get in touch with SlamDot, you're getting in touch with a locally owned and operated business. It's been in business for 18 years, and their track record shows their ability to generate millions of dollars of revenue and profit for their customers, and you can be next. So get in touch with SlamDot. Get a free consultation up front so they can learn about your business and design a plan for you. Call SlamDot. Mention that I sent you there. Get 20% off a website package and your first 3 months of marketing. Call 865-238-5600 or go online to slamdot.com/Josh.
This has been a paid announcement.
Join Josh and Swain this Friday at the all-new Knox Esports, Knoxville's premier esports gaming center, now open at 108 North Peters Road. Stop by and see what the buzz is about, and meet Josh and Swain only at Knox Esports this Friday from noon till 3 with 99.1 The Sports Animal.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of what am I going to make for dinner this week? That's why we started the Ingles table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
The Utility Safety Summit and Expo, presented by NUCA, East Tennessee, and United Rentals, Thursday, February 15th at the Expo Center. Industry experts, safety professionals, and construction equipment vendors. Live demos and exhibitor booths and more. Get tickets now at NUCAETN.com.
Justin Timberlake. The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Knoxville, Justin Timberlake. Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center, November 19th. Pre-sale for City Card members is available now through Wednesday, February 14th at 5 p.m. at livenation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now. For more, hit up justintimberlake.com.
Hey folks, Gerald Ennis with Ted Russell Nissan. Here's what you've been waiting for. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free. Any Nissan, any model, any size. And that's for the entire month of February. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free. And here's the disclosure. No dealers, no cash and carry. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Fellas, it's a new year. Low T Center can make it a great one. If you've been feeling tired and grumpy, have noticed a lack of motivation and drive, you may have low T. Low testosterone levels can cause weight gain, loss of muscle mass, and so much more. I recommend Low T Center. It's where I get my levels tested. They make it quick and easy to get your levels checked, and it's only $25. And with their on-site lab, you'll get your results back in about 25 minutes. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
For the love of Tennessee at dawn. For the love of the fight. For the love of having nowhere else you'd rather be. For the love of Tennessee. Travel safe. Brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development, the Tennessee Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
When you want to get away from all the daily noise, escape to the Sports Animal stream on our app, smart speaker, or online. Text STREAM to 656-9900 for a listing of ways you can stream us.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Swain, several texts coming in from Collierville.
Ooh,
we appreciate the
representing
the listeners out in Collierville today. Jerry, who's a regular as well, we appreciate. Said grouping us with Memphis is definitely not cool. We can't stand Memphis or Penny Hardaway.
Penny Hardaway is not Memphis. He just lives in Memphis.
Coaches the basketball team, I believe.
Yeah, I knew I drove past Hunsucker's house, gated community, guard dog out front, security cameras everywhere, manicured lawn, knew that was Hunsucker's house. I knew it.
Yeah, another text. Collierville, land of the big money.
That's right. Yeah, when I was in Collierville, I tried to reach out to Hunsucker and meet him. He big-timed me.
Mm-hmm.
Said he was too busy. Too busy, man. It's too busy for me.
Anthony down in Texas wants to know, Swain, if you've heard about the new sport that they've invented. It's called quiet tennis. It's just like regular tennis, but without the racket.
Yeah, that's good.
You like that one?
Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. That was good. Quiet tennis.
Yeah.
I like quiet tennis.
Some people probably like Quiet Josh if the jokes continue. We appreciate you hanging out with us today. Joel Silverberg producing today. Thank you. Tyler and Will coming up at 3 o'clock on the Sports Animal. It's giveaway time, I believe, starting later this afternoon. Some Timberlake tickets are going to be up for grabs. So be listening. Sports Fix at 6 time-ish, I believe, I think is the hint there for your chance to win tickets. Justin Timberlake coming in November to Knoxville at the Food City Center. So Tyler and Will taking over at 3 o'clock on the Sports Animal. We appreciate everybody tuning in on the Sports Monster in the Tri-Cities area as well. With just a few minutes to go on today's show, it's been a packed one with everything from the weekend. We close things out with the Power Poll, our top winners and losers from the weekend. Swain, would you like to hit us with your list looking back at the last 3 days?
Yeah, man. I'm going Super Bowl theme.
Okay.
The winners and losers list. I think Kyle Shanahan, we put him on the list for blowing a 10-point lead again. Those T-Move ads, it was doing too much for me. Way too much for me.
Sorry, which one?
The T-Move ads.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they was doing way too much, man. Way too much. So I got to put that on the list. I had a couple. They spent some big-time money. I thought the Google ad was pretty cool. State Farm ad was pretty cool with old Arno and Danny.
That was good.
But
yep.
Winners include Usher, his Super Bowl performance. I wouldn't put it top 5 or anything like that, but it was a really, really good performance. And I was rocking and bobbing my head and snapping my fingers and dancing a little bit in my recliner. Andy Reid, 3rd Super Bowl winner. Jawan Jennings made himself, I think, some money on a huge stage, and then Kansas City Chiefs as a whole world champions, man. Or, excuse me, Super Bowl champions.
Yep. I like the Duncan ad a lot. I thought it was well done. I saw some mixed opinions. I thought it was funny. The Michael Cera ad, because it was my kind of joke. He gets to the end, Michael Cera, and says, "Get it? Sarah V. It's my name." And everybody in the room is not amused.
Yeah.
I was laughing.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So I like that one. Then Beyonce, because then she did the move of dropping the music right after, so it's selling into the future.
Yeah.
That was well done, I thought.
Good.
I had Juwan on my list. We gave him the attaboy. It was a huge performance. People were talking about him. I mean, he holds a mark that not many have. Nick Foles with the Eagles, and now Jawan Jennings throwing and catching a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. I had Steph Curry, number 4, game winner.
Gosh.
I mean, he's still got it. I don't know what his team's going to be able to do.
He's the best player in the league.
Yep. Nick Taylor in dramatic fashion winning the Waste Management Open. Number 2, Andy Reid, Kelsey, the Chiefs, Hardman. I mean, what a cool story. He's won with them, but he gets to come back after predicting that his team would beat the 49ers. It's just that his team needed to be the Chiefs, not the Jets. But I put Patrick Mahomes number 1 kind of by himself. I think he gets more out of what happened. He's riding high with everything that he has accomplished and will continue to do so. Loser side, I know your favorite joke is, and I enjoy it. Yeah, they're young, but Kentucky, defensively, they are a tough watch. They have a ton of talent, so I would not count them out from being able to accomplish something in March.
They're young, Josh.
They're young. Yep. And their big wins are short so far this season. And then I'll defend him in that his losses are against Brady and Mahomes in the Super Bowl, but Kyle Shanahan comes out
not good
with the toughest losses. The Chiefs players talking about how prepared they were for overtime, and 49ers players talking about how they didn't know the overtime rules.
Not a good look.
Not a good reflection for the coach, for sure. But a lesson, and the 49ers will be back. that is the Power Poll, our top performers, top losers out of the weekend, and we'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock with plenty to discuss, Tennessee football, basketball, and otherwise. Thanks for hanging out today on Josh and Swain.
Makes a little sports analysis, pop culture.